Good afternoon and welcome to Harlandale Memorial Stadium. Bobby Mendez, Rudy J,
Yes, sir.
Joey Mejia, Cesar Mendez. We are here for this game between the Antonian Apaches and the Harlandale Indians. Right now they are doing the coin toss. When we come back, we'll get this Martinez and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys pregame show started. You're watching high school football brought to you by Martinez and Associates.
Martinez and Associates has over 50 years of experience representing the victims of tragic accidents. We fought some of the largest insurance companies in the nation and won. It matters who represents you. Call Martinez and Associates at 210-337-1111.
Playing with rockets is great when you're a kid. But when it's time to get a mortgage, you quickly realize that a rocket is complicated and expensive. It's best to work with an independent mortgage broker instead. They're dedicated to getting you a home loan faster and more affordably. And they're more than just mortgage experts. They live right in your own neighborhood, so you don't have to go it alone. For mortgages that are faster, easier, and more affordable, find a local independent mortgage broker near you.
Live high school football every single Saturday on KCWX TV. Starting this Saturday, August 28th, you'll be able to catch two San Antonio area teams square off against each other live every Saturday, and the experience is going to be enhanced. One of the greatest quarterbacks in UTSA history, Dalton Sturm, will provide color commentary during the season, as will the legendary coach Jerry Comalander, who won a state title with Churchill during his nearly 3 decades with the Chargers, before another 27 years as the Northeast ISD's athletic director. Speaking of legends, Gary DeLon will handle play-by-play duties. Right before each game, you can catch the KCWX Countdown to Kickoff pregame show, in which you'll see teachers and students honored as the Teachers and Students of the Week. All that and more in the 30 minutes leading up to game time.
Welcome you back to Harlandale Memorial Stadium. We're glad you've joined us. We're with Rudy J. Rudy, welcome to Harlandale.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be back, man. We were last time I was with you, I think we were at Bernie.
It was a couple years ago.
2019 Bernie stage.
It was Bernie, I believe, the Greyhounds.
Yeah, the Greyhounds.
And I think the Harlandale Indians gave them a good fight up until the half, and then that's when Bernie took over. But we're back tonight. Harlandale is looking to go 3-0. They've won their first 2 games. They beat their opponents the first week, the Jefferson Mustangs. Then the following week was the Edison Golden Bears. Took care of business. And now they've got an Antonian team that's pretty hungry to get into back into the swing of things here. They're coming off
a win, but, you know, tough win. Won 19-17 and then a tough loss in week 1. So, if anything, we know they're going to fight till the end. That's what they've done. They got the little dual quarterback system going on. So, it should be a really good matchup. But the thing I love about being out here, man, is that, you know, the Harlandale family, y'all are tight. You know what I mean? Like, y'all take it serious. Y'all stay together. Reminds me, like, you know, Judson's kind of this way, but Harlandale, man, I'm glad y'all let me in here. I didn't think y'all would let anybody in here that didn't go to Harlandale. So I'm excited, man.
Very welcoming community here. We'd love to let the rest of the world know that the Indians love to have friends around. But tonight's going to be a good game where we talked about the Antonian Apaches coming off a win. Their first game, you mentioned that went pretty close, also down to the wire.
Yeah, that was 42-41. It was really close against Floresville. No, that wasn't Floresville. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. It is Floresville.
Okay.
42-41. That's
no, that wasn't Floresville.
the year before.
Okay, yeah, year before, but it was 42-41.
Yeah, and I talked to Coach Danny Padron before the game.
Did?
Talked to him a little bit. He talked about how.
Did he give you anything? Those coaches before the games are pretty tight-lipped. They don't really want to give you much, especially the Harlandale guy.
Barely wanted to give me the roster. But talked to a couple of the coaches, and you look at their starting lineups, and you notice the theme with these guys is they're hard workers because these guys work double duty. They're playing offense and defense. So you know that these guys are in great shape in order to be able to do that.
Yeah, I want to say at least 3 to 4, maybe 5 guys are going both ways.
Yeah, those are very important roles that they play in this game, or for this team, I should say. Harlandale On the other side, though, if you look at their starting lineup, one name that you'll notice that is not in the starting lineup is their big guy, number 84, Saxon Langenberg. Saxon Langenberg is not going to be in the game tonight. He had tweaked something in the second quarter of last game, so he's not going to be available. I saw him down on the field, though. He wasn't dressed up, but nothing doesn't look too serious, so nothing to be too concerned about.
Next man up.
Next man up, and I believe that is going to be Seth Ibarra. So Seth Ibarra will get the start for this game. And you look at these two teams, Harlandale has yet to be matched evenly, I feel. They've had some pretty easy victories against the Chalmers Jefferson Mustangs. They scored, I believe it was 41 points in the first half.
First half,
and then they got their second stringers and able to get some playing time, and then it looked like they took care of business early against Edison as well. So I feel that the Antonian Apaches are going to be a tough challenge for them this evening.
Absolutely, and when you look at Antonian's offense, a lot of it's going to go through their top receiver, who is my gosh, name slips my mind. I just lost it too. There he is, Eric Diaz. Eric Diaz, 18. No, excuse me.
This Eric Diaz, he's their running back.
Yeah, the running back.
Yeah, receiving core is right up in
there
here.
There we go. Ricky Gonzalez, 14 receptions, 3 touchdowns, and then Raleigh Strode following up with 8 receptions, 2 touchdowns. So most of it's going to go through there. And if you would like these high school coaches do, you're going through the tape, Harlandale be keyed in on those 2 guys. But Antonian's in shape. When you got 5 guys that got to go both ways,
oh yeah,
you'll be ready for a dogfight.
So we're still in the non-district portion of the season here. Mm-hmm. We're going to take one more quick break. When we get back, we're going to go over some more figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll get ready for kickoff. Kickoff's just a few minutes away. You're watching high school football, brought to you by Martinez and Associates.
Gotta be somewhere. Remotus Apirus. Jake from State Farm, did that just happen? Yeah, man. Wow, that plot twist was unexpected.
Hello, football fans, and welcome to Harlandale Memorial Stadium. I am Gerardo Soto, Superintendent of Schools. It feels so great to be back. There's nothing like hearing the roar of a crowd on a good play, the band playing your alma mater, and the cheers encouraging your team. One thing I love about the community is that our pride runs deep. Over the years, there have been many students, many traditions, many great memories, and many victories on this field. This is the Harlandale legacy. Please remember to follow all our guidelines and always be respectful of each other and our guests. Enjoy the game, and thank you for being part of what makes Harlandale ISD the best school district in the state of Texas.
And here come the Harlandale Indians. We welcome you back to Martinez and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys pregame show. There's Tony Soto leading the way. Longtime manager for the Harlandale Indians. He was managing the Harlandale Indians when we played, or I played.
What was that, 72, 73? Somewhere around there.
In the late 1900s it was. 1998.
Oh, you're 98? Okay, I'm 95, so I'm making fun of you, but I'm the old man in the booth.
That's right.
Nothing like Friday Night Lights, man. Seeing these kids run out, they'll remember this for life. I'm sure you can remember running out on this field, and field's in great shape, by the way.
Oh yeah, but
field
I'll
is
tell
in great shape,
you bring that up, but the field did not look like this.
It didn't look like this.
When we ran out.
A little different, right?
A little different. Natural grass, a little dirt.
Yeah, I'm pumped up, man. They got the mascot out there. It's time to go. It's go time, baby.
The Harlandale Indians did win the toss, I believe, and they have elected to kick off. No, Antonian won the toss. They want the ball, so they'll get it first. Thanks, Joey. We are going to get ready. We could take it down to the band for the national anthem as soon as they're ready.
Wow, just look it down there right now. Jose Hernandez just stands out. That's a big kid, over 61. There's a big kid. They got some. Y'all had
You
some
got
hogs
number
in there.
70?
No, it's number 60. Excuse me, 61.
Yeah, I see 61, but look at 70.
Yeah.
76.
Justin Menchaca, Anthony Sosa. Some big hogs down there, man, making them holes. That's why they're 2-0. The games are won in the trenches. If you win up front, you win the football game. And that's what Harlandale's done these first 2 games.
Let's talk a little bit about the Harlandale Indians. Joseph Rodriguez is their quarterback. He leads the way. He's a senior. He started for the Harlandale Indians back when he was a sophomore.
I remember that. He was starting as a sophomore when we were out at Bernie. I remember.
So he was able to get some games under his belt, and he's really come into his own here in these last couple of games. We're going to go ahead and take the mics over to the Harlandale band so they can provide us with tonight's national anthem.
Texas flag, Cadet Second Lieutenant Gabriel Gonzalez. Organizational flag, Cadet Private First Class Jaden Gonzalez Martinez. Guards, Cadet Command Sergeant Major.
And you're listening to Hector Ledesma, the public address announcer here at Harlandale Memorial Stadium.
And now, our national anthem.
The $1 Million Band from Indian Land providing tonight's national anthem. As always, fantastic job.
There we go. The $1 Million Band?
The $1 Million Band from Indian Land is what the old Max Kahn gave the nickname many years ago, in which the name of this press box is named after. Max Kahns Jr. Was a longtime public address announcer here at Harlandale Memorial Stadium and left a legacy.
Absolutely.
So here we go. So there's lots of phrases that he's coined that are still used today. Let's get
you stealing any of them? You steal any of them, or you just?
Well, try not to, but
it
occasionally it happens. Yeah. Always, even sometimes, like in normal conversation, you talk about it because you'll hear it at halftime. It's the intro's like from Austin to Boston, from Alice to Dallas, from Fredericksburg to Gettysburg. It's the $1 Million Band from Indian Land.
I remember all those.
Yeah. So here we go. The Indians now out on the field, and they are getting their kickoff team ready to go here. So.
Let's get underway.
Concluded the Martinez and Associates personal injury attorney's pregame show, and now it's time to play some football. And how about that weather? Can you feel that little change? Like in the morning, it was a little bit cooler. You get up early now these days.
Yeah, I'm up early. So yeah, it's a little bit cooler when I'm up, but it does feel a little bit. It feels like fall is around the corner. You can kind of tell. But then there's parts of the day where you're like, it's still San Antonio.
Yeah.
You know, special teams, Bobby, the forgotten ones, but you can win or lose a game on it. So this kickoff, punts, all that's super important. So let's see how this goes.
All right, here we go. Getting ready to kick off for the Harlandale Indians is Nicholas Rodriguez. That is Joseph Rodriguez's younger brother. Coach mentioned to me Giovanni Loredo, who handles the kicking duties for the Indians. Normally, he's going to be out. So, but this is Joseph Rodriguez's younger brother.
Number 30.
And he is a sophomore. So he'll be getting some reps tonight.
Young fella's getting some run. Love to see it. Making varsity as a sophomore is always a little notch on your belt.
Oh, it's definitely a tough one. You know, and you get that early experience, and you have to grow up quick.
It's like Big Brother. Again, I remember him playing against Bernie on the road. You know, playing a really, really good game and starting 3 years in a row. It's a heck of an accomplishment. Here we go.
All right. Rodriguez ready to kick. Antonian back to receive inside at their own 5-yard line. High kick, fielded inside the 15. Brought up across the 20. Left side, bumps into a couple of his blockers, but the return man is brought down at the 23-yard line, where the defense for the Indians will come out. I'll get those starters for you. Defensive end number 53 is Fernando Moreno. Defensive tackle number 52, Juan Rosas. Defensive tackle number 40 is Jonathan Ruiz. Defensive end number 42, Matthew Lopez. Linebackers are number 34, Joshua Perez. Number 30, Nicholas Rodriguez. Linebacker number 45, Isaiah Flores. The backs, number 46, Isaiah Galindo. 35, Eric Fonseca. Number 20, Carlos de la Vega. And number 33, Thomas Howell.
The defense is loaded with seniors, Bobby. Guys that have seen it. Probably you at this point, you're a senior. You've been starting while you've seen it all.
Out of the shotgun, quick pass is completed to Ricky Gonzalez. Ricky Gonzalez breaks a tackle, but did he go out of bounds? I believe he did.
And we talked about Ricky right before they started. This is their number one target. Harlandale has to know that if you and I know that. So I would expect him to see a couple double teams, a little over the safety help, and they go to him right away.
First play of the game is a first down, so the Apaches early trying to make big plays happen. They break the huddle with the 2 receiver splits set to each side.
Ricky Gonzalez up top one-on-one with Carlos de la Vega. Let's see if they go back to him.
There's a snap. Fake the handoff. Play action. They do. Pass is caught, but the defense is there immediately. A gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards on that play.
And Ricky Gonzalez, double duty, Nicholas Rodriguez, kicks off. Then right there with the play on defense makes the tackle. They swarmed to him, but there was still single coverage. They already went to him twice, Bobby. This is going to be, it looks like there'll be quite a few catches for him if they don't decide to double.
At quarterback is 12, Cooper Marshall. They come out with Gonzalez to the top by himself. 2 receivers on the right side, low snap. They keep it on the ground. The Indians do a good job defensively. Juan Rosas making the stop there.
Yeah, really not much there for him.
So this is one of those third down situations, Rudy, where they can either keep it on the ground or maybe put it in the air, but it's a 3rd and short.
Well, this is where football games are won, right? You know, 3rd and short. Can you convert on those, and can you keep the chains moving? Let's see if Harlandale can get off the field.
Twins to each side now. For Marshall, out of the shotgun. Fakes a handoff. Here comes pressure. Marshall forced to run. Marshall to the sidelines, gets rid of the football. Good chase out of bounds there by the Indians, Nicholas Rodriguez.
That was a great job, Harlandale, right there, collapsing the pocket, making him get on the move. He actually had to throw the ball away with his left hand just to keep from getting the sack, but what it looks like they're going. Are they going? No, special teams comes on late. It looked like they were going to go for it, but on that side of the field, I don't know if you want to do that early.
Well, it looks like Sam Garrett, he's also, I believe, listed as a quarterback as well. So they've got that option. They're forming under a punt formation, but again, Sam Garrett is also a quarterback. It's a high punt. Indians will step away from that.
Antonian bounce, though.
Yep, inside the 25-yard line, where we will see the Harlandale Indian offense take over. And they will have their football here with 10:28 to go in the first quarter. That was the first drive for the Antonian Apaches. No score so far.
25-yard line.
Bend but don't break. You know, they go off to a quick start with Ricky Gonzalez, 2 completions, but it wasn't too much, and they were able to go for a 3 and out. So good job by the Harlandale defense to start the game.
The starting lineup for the offense for the Indians, led by quarterback Joseph Rodriguez. In the backfield, number 22, Andrew Perez. The receivers, number 80, Ryan Paulo Fox, 81, Seth Ibarra, Pedro Valenzuela, number 85. Right side go the Indians. That's number 81 on his feet across the 45.
Great job of running after catch by Seth Ibarra. You know, he actually caught that behind the line of scrimmage, turned it into a big gain. That's what you need in these type of games to get off to an early start. You need your playmakers to make plays, and that's what Ibarra did right there.
Seth Ibarra got the call to make the start. First
Absolutely.
play, they went right to him. The handoff on the ground, left side. Nothing doing there. The defense, great job making a stop. That was number 22, Andrew Perez. Let me get the rest of the offense here for the Indians. Let's see, the receivers. I got it right here. Left the line, number 50 is Daniel Rodriguez. Jose Hernandez, number 61. The centers, Joe Villarreal. And Rene Casillas, the right tackle. Justin Menchaca is the right guard. And Joseph gets swallowed up on the defense there by the great number 65 for the Apaches, Ty Short.
Yeah, they went with a little RPO right there. It never really developed. Antonian was able to collapse that pocket pretty quick. They weren't going for that handoff. Really not a great exchange, right? A great job of the play action, but that happens. Antonian was there for it.
It's a 3rd and long situation here for Rodriguez and the Indians out of the shotgun. Antonian filling up that line of scrimmage there. Here comes the pressure. Rodriguez tries to get it himself. He barely gets across the 45 down to the 46.
That was a little bit of a draw right there. And again, Antonian seems like they were waiting on that. That comes from film study. Great job by the Antonian defense.
Bode Ferguson is the sophomore defensive lineman that's able to get there. He's number 10.
2 3 and outs. I mean, it's a fight, right? You know, you feeling each other out a little bit. 2 3 and outs. Harlandale's about to punt. Good job, Antonian, getting off the field as well after that big play by Ibarra.
Rodriguez punts the ball away. High punt. Good hang time. Fair catch is made inside the 25.
Looks like we got a flag on the play.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that was offsides or too many men on the field. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be on Harlandale, asking Antonian what they want to do. It seems like Antonian may want them to punt it again to get a little bit better field position. Referee Greg Dockery, umpire Mike Finn, head linesman Brian Anderson, line judge Ken Verpaul, back judge, Hank Nerdus, field judge Anthony Williams, and the side judge is Adrian Aviles. And yes, Harlandale's going to punt it again. Antonian elected to make them go back, maybe get a little bit better field position.
Oh, they want Ricky Gonzalez to make a run for it. That's what they want.
Yes. Again, you put your playmaker in positions to make plays. This is already going to be his 3rd time touching the ball in early on here in this game.
The play clock is at 15. The Indians are set. They're ready to go. Rodriguez, high snap, manages to get the kickoff. He's got some good hang time in there again, but the bounce was about to take an Apache bounce, but Seth Ibarra made that not go anywhere else.
This is end up being a good call. Antonian make a punt it again. I want to say they gained about 10 yards of field position on that. So penalties. That was our first penalty of the game. So the penalty war, you don't ever want to lose that. That was the first one of the game on Harlandale, and it's cost them 10 yards of field position.
So now it's Sam Garrett back in at quarterback, where he'll start the 2nd series. Coach Danny Padron did mention that he will definitely go between Cooper Marshall and Sam Garrett.
Yeah, the 2 quarterback system. Now, you don't see that much in high school, but we'll see how it works out here tonight.
Garrett, low snap, ball's on the ground, picked up by the running back across the 30, up to the 35.
Antonian gets really lucky. That was a low snap. QB couldn't even get his hands back on it. Their running back, Eric Diaz, who goes both ways for Antonian, able to scoop it up and, maybe manage a yard or two out of that. That could have been very bad, especially on this side of the field for Antonian. Lucky bounce for him.
7:45 to go in the first quarter. This is the second possession for the Antonian Apaches. No scores yet here in this first quarter.
54, Isaiah Trujillo, who's also a two-way player for Antonian. He limps off the field. It looked like a left ankle injury. So Antonian's already kind of down one guy on the offensive line.
Out of the shotgun. They keep the ball on the ground. No, it's play action. Chase Garrett out of the pocket, and he is brought down. There was some collisions there in the backfield.
I think Antonian got away with the hold. Again, Harlandale's winning the battle up front as far as on the defensive line. They got away with a bit of a hold from what I could see. But, the refs don't go 100% from the field just like the players don't.
Exactly. Finally making that stop was number 34, Joshua Bettis for the Indians. But, yeah, you could see as he was coming outside that pocket.
He got held.
Yeah.
He got held up.
So third down, and we'll call it 8 for the Apaches. Indians looking to show a blitz. They don't. They bring a rush, though. The pass is overthrown. It was intended for Riley Strode. Incomplete pass can bring up another fourth down here.
Pressures, in my book, pressures are just as good as sacks. And all up to this point, I want to say Harlandale has at least 3 pressures. That's what caused that overthrow right there by Garriott. So another great job by the Harlandale defense.
Harlandale defense is led by Coach Molina, the defensive coordinator here. Back to receive for the Indians is Jaden Camacho. Did you say 83?
Jaden Camacho back for the receiving.
He is sitting back at the Harlandale 30-yard line. There's Garrett with a wobbly kick. Camacho is going to let that one go out of bounds.
That was actually 33, Thomas Howell.
Thomas Howell.
That was 33. It looked like an 8 from up here. But that was 33, Thomas Howell. It's all good. It happens.
Sun's in Joey's eyes right now.
Oh, are we going to blame Joey? Come on. That first possession for Harlandale was a little shaky. He tried the RPO. It didn't really work. They tried the QB draw. It didn't really work. It looked like Antonian. Done a little film study, as most teams do. So we'll see what adjustments they make on this possession.
Well, look at number 65.
That's a giant.
That's a big boy playing right in front of the center.
Huge kid. He's clogging things up, taking on 2 guys at a time.
Indians keep it on the ground. They get it to Bettis, and Bettis
fumble.
gets.
The ball came loose, and it looked like Antonian got on it.
And you're absolutely correct. And that is a big play right there for the Apache defense. They get the football within 20 yards of striking distance.
Eric Diaz on the recovery. We talked about him earlier. He was the one that picked up the fumble on the missed snap. Plays starting linebacker, starting running back. So he was there with the recovery. Tough turnover for the Harlandale, especially on their own. So Antonian in the red zone.
Only 20 yards to work with here. The Indians defense really with their backs against the wall. Out of the shotgun, back in at quarterback is Cooper Marshall. Marshall will have 2 receiver splits to each of his side, 1 back in the backfield. He wants the football. They hand it off to the left side. That is carried by Eric Diaz, and Diaz goes nowhere.
This is old school football, man. You see these kids going both ways. I didn't know we were still doing that, but hey, when you're an athlete, you're an athlete. 65 is like, oh yeah, 65. Was this Ty Short. Mr. Ty Short, 65. He looked at about 6'6".
Yeah, he towers that offensive line.
Starting left tackle.
2 receiver split to each side. Marshall has time, gets rid of the football, fires. He's definitely got arm strength.
Yeah. That was good coverage by Carlos De La Vega, but again, who are they going at? Who are they going to? Ricky Gonzalez. He got behind him, but Carlos did a good job of keeping him in front up until the last second. Kind of a little bit of another overthrow for Antonian.
Well, now brings up a big third down here for this defense. The offense is asking this defense to hold them at bay here after that fumble.
Yeah, you don't want to leave out of here with just 3 if you're Antonian with this great a field position. But Harlandale's done a great job so far on defense.
Out of the shotgun, Marshall. Here comes the blitz. And recognizing that blitz, Marshall gets rid of the football right away, even before his receiver knew the ball was coming. So that pass was incomplete, brings up a 4th down.
Ooh, Matthew Lopez, I like the aggressiveness, but it was on the borderline of possibly being a cube, roughing the quarterback. Cooper Marshall kind of looked at the ref like, is that okay? So you like the aggressiveness, but that was close. And this is kind of the thing with the dual quarterback, Bobby. It's, I would never question any coach. I don't, I'm not that smart, but it's hard to get in a rhythm when you're trading, series like they are right now.
The field goal attempt is up, and it is good through the uprights. So the Antonian Apaches will take their first lead. It comes after a Harlandale fumble. The Apaches convert and score 3 points. You are watching high school football presented by Martinez and Associates. We'll be back in just a moment.
Martinez and Associates has over 50 years of experience representing the victims of tragic accidents. We fought some of the largest insurance companies in the nation and won. It matters who represents you. Call Martinez and Associates at 210-337-1111. Martinez and Associates has over 50 years of experience representing the victims of tragic accidents. We fought some of the largest.
Gotta be somewhere. Remotus Apirus.
Jay from State Farm, did that just happen?
Yeah, man. Wow. That plot twist was unexpected, but you can't expect State Farm to be there for life surprises. It's called service.
I mean... Whoa. There's a button for apps. Do you think that's like appetizers?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And we welcome you back to Harlandale Memorial Stadium. The Apaches, they go on a 4-play drive. They nail a 38-yard field goal to take the lead here, 3-0 on their first score after an Indian fumble.
Yeah, kickers never get enough credit. They're an important part of the game. That's not an easy kick for anybody. Trust me, I've tried. So, good job, Antonian, turning turnover into points.
High end-over-ender fielded by the Indians. And across the 25, I believe that was Ryan Palafox.
Tried to make something happen there.
He certainly had a running start, good speed. But we talked about
Harlandale's offense is kind of sputtered out of the gate. The first possession, not so pretty. I mean, that first catch by Ibata, who's in for the injured
Saxon Langenberg.
Yes, he was in. He made about a 20-yard play, and then after that, it's kind of been nothing for Harlandale. Let's see if they can get something going here.
Rodriguez in at quarterback. 2 receivers split to each side. They'll keep it. Nope, it's a play action toss or pass to the left side. Pass is completed to Pedro Valenzuela, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, Big Ty Short down there causing problems. The big kid out of Antonian down there causing problems. It looked like it may have been a hold on Harlandale. Let's see what the ref's call is.
The only thing short about Ty is his name,
yeah.
T.Y. I mean, this kid probably about 6'5".
Easy, and he's disrupted them thus far, and that was a hold right there on Harlandale. So that's 10 yards back the other way.
Trips to the right side now. The Indians first down and 20, back at their own 17. Rodriguez looking for a little magic here in the first quarter as the Indians trail 3-0 with 5:12 to go in the first quarter. Give the ball over to Bettis. Bettis crosses the 20. They go to that right side. Up to about the 22.
Yeah, they go with the RPO, but on that possession, they decide to give it to Pettis. He gets her about a gain of 2.
A couple of yards here and a couple of yards there. The Indians not trying to make it big. Here comes Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets a good block. Rodriguez gets rid of the football. The pass is caught inside the 35. Good scrambling by Rodriguez, but another flag on the play here.
An illegal man down. It may be an illegal man downfield, but again, they're Seth Ibata making the most of his opportunity out here.
Yeah, and usually that's going to happen when you got a scrambling quarterback. You got receivers. They don't know.
You turn into a blocker. You know what? He's about to take off. And I totally understand that. But again, great catch by Ibata. You hate to see that one come back.
Yeah, the Indians really, really back against the wall here. Got Mark Rodriguez and Carlos Campos here in the stadium in some area. And there's a Indian play that does not go the way they wanted it to go. Bettis again on the carry, and he gets brought down.
Yeah, not too much working on that right side, but if you do what you do best. But Antonian's been there to, it seems like they're kind of waiting on that.
They've come up with a few different defensive schemes here, but
absolutely,
defensively, the Indians are not able to stand off the Apaches here. Here comes Rodriguez on a screen play, but again, Rodriguez has to make a run for it. And Rodriguez with that ball, one-handed.
He's scaring me. He's carrying that thing like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And, it's those white jerseys, it seem like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
We've talked about Ty Short, but Bradley Walker, number 57 for Antonian, he's come off the edge a couple times and made Rodriguez flee the pocket. He's causing havoc as well down there. So on the other side of the trenches, thus far, Antonian's winning that battle.
Rodriguez back to punt.
Kind of running for his life out there the last couple possessions.
Ricky Gonzalez set right at the H to receive that punt. There's the punt. He asks for a fair catch. That takes a nice bounce.
Almost touched an Antonian player. Ricky Gonzalez was kind of waving everybody to get out the way, but it almost touched one of the Antonian players, but barely get out of the way. Looks like it's going to be Antonian's ball on their own 41. So,
yeah. So now
Harlandale defense getting called upon once again. Let's see how well. And then again on that last possession when Antonian got the ball in the 20, they're only able to muster yards. So the Harlandale defense has come to play tonight.
Yeah, you got to give them credit, for them to only get a field goal being 20 yards near the end zone. That was a good stop.
And they go back to Gerard.
Gerard out of the shotgun. Low snap. Keep it on the ground. Nothing doing there. Good job there by the Indian defense, led by number 30, Nicholas Rodriguez. We've said his name a few times.
Yeah, I mean, and Harlandale's done a great job of flying to the ball. Already you see the pile getting up six maroon jerseys around the ball. They've done an excellent job. Even when they've been able to complete passes on Antonian's side, there's really not been much run after the catch.
Yeah, they've been able to contain them.
Right.
It's just the Indians offensively can't get anything going.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for the offense, but hopefully they'll make some adjustments. We'll see what happens.
Twins to each side now for Garrett. Garrett out of the shotgun. Backs up. He's going to scramble. He's looking to get rid of it. He's running. He keeps it across the 50. Goes out of bounds. A little late push there, but wasn't too violent, so they didn't throw no flags there.
Again, Harlandale, that front three, they're making it hard on Antonian up there. That's why he was able to scramble. He got about 5 to 6 yards, but looked like he tweaked something. Looked like Cooper Marshall tweaked something. He ran off a little bit gimpy, so Garrett comes back in the game.
Garrett.
Looks like a little bit of confusion on the guy coming in, but
plenty of time for the offense. 2:15 left to go in the first quarter. Garrett rolls to his left side, has pressure, gets rid of the football. Incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah Smith, but boy, he did have some pressure coming right behind him.
It's been pressure all night on these two Antonian quarterbacks. Tried to throw that one back across his body. That's tough for anybody. Pro, Hall of Famer, that's always going to be a tough throw. Great job right there. Pressure up front once again by the Indian defense. punt. They like to punt.
Well,
they hold again, man.
Thomas Howell back to receive the punt.
there's a flag, but a high kick. It's an end-over-ender. That'll take a bounce, and it will bounce, around the 22-yard line.
Penalty marker on the play.
Is there a parachute? What is that? Balloon? Big bag? I don't know.
That is looks like a recyclable bag.
We were doing a game many years ago in Pettis, Texas, and they had a guy come in with one of those fan.
The penalty will be assessed from the dead ball spot.
All right, so now the Indians
Get a little bit better field position,
Yep.
illegal formation on Antonian.
The Indians right now talking with their head coach, Coach Albert Torres, and
Right now, you got to think if you're Harlandale, you just want to get something going. You just want to get a possession where you get some momentum going right here. About 2 minutes left in the first quarter. You got to get something to get some confidence in this offense. They go to 5 wide right here. No one in the backfield.
just Rodriguez out of the shotgun. Looks to pass. Quick play. It's caught across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Again, Ibarra, he's, when you're given the opportunity, what do you do with it? He's making the most of it. And sometimes, Bobby, what you end up having to do when the run isn't working, you dink and dunk, and those become just like runs.
And just like that, there's a snap on the ground. Rodriguez falls on top of it. The Indians were trying to catch the Apaches on a quick no-huddle. Let's get to the ball. And the center exchange did not work for the Indians.
Tough break for the Indians right there, especially after you finally get a positive play going the right direction. Then you get a bad snap. Rodriguez, though, been doing the smart play and just diving on it instead of trying to pick it up and make a play because Antonio was closing in on him fast.
2nd down and 24 now for the Indians. Another 5 wide receiver set. Rodriguez gets rid of the football fast as the defenders were coming in quickly.
Jaden Toscano came on a cornerback blitz, kind of caught the Indians off guard. Rodriguez had to get rid of it a little bit before the wide receiver was able to come out of his break. And look, we're looking at 3rd down.
3rd and very long, 3rd and 24. A minute, 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 3-0 is our score. The Antonian Apaches are leading the Harlandale Indians. The Indians, again, 5 wide receiver set. Rodriguez, that pressure's coming quick. Rodriguez rolls out. He's keeping it himself. He picks up, still on the sideline, near a first down.
I think he got, Bobby, I think he got there. What a great
He
shot.
stretched.
The senior made a play. Again, they came on that cornerback blitz once again. They got him. They caught him slipping on that 2nd down. They come again. Rodriguez sees it coming, gets out to the right side, makes something out of nothing. Oh, that's a tough spot.
Yeah.
That's a tough spot.
The Indians are going straight to it. Out of the shotgun. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going to ride that Joseph Rodriguez train. Oh, no, they're not. They're going to call a timeout. The Indians want to talk it over.
If I'm the Indians, I want to talk to the ref about that spot. Goodness, I'm looking at this from where I'm sitting. That's about 2 yards short. But
yeah, he stretched.
Tough break for the Indians.
And it was tough. We don't know if he
Did he
stepped
step out?
bounds, possibly.
Maybe he stepped out.
But that was a heck of a run, though. You got to give it to Joseph Rodriguez, who did a fantastic job.
We talked about at the start of this possession, the Indians wanted to get some momentum going. They momentum going.
Yeah, definitely a momentum killer right there. But let's see Harlandale what they want to do. They feel like they're moving the football. They feel confident that Joseph Rodriguez can find some room.
I think they're going to go, and they're going 5 wide again. And I like it because when something isn't working, they'll need to keep going to it. They've gone no one in the backfield 4 or 5 plays straight now.
Let's see what the Indians do on this play here. The clock is at 51 seconds. High snap. Rodriguez wants it. Rodriguez is a fight for it, and he'll get it, the 1st down.
put the ball in the playmaker's hands. Great call there by the Indians. That was a run for Rodriguez out the gate. They said, hey, you can get us 3 yards. The senior does his job, and they moved the chains.
It looks like he thought about kicking it. It looked like he was given that option. He thought about it.
I guess they gave him an option. Hey, if there's nothing there, go ahead and kick it. He took the chance, and the chains moved. Good job by the Indians.
Rodriguez pump fakes, gets rid of the football, a pass across the middle at the 20, the 10, 5, down to the 1 yard line. The pass is caught into the end zone.
And what a great pump fake by Rodriguez. They pump fake the Antonian, they bite on it, and he finds Palafox over the middle, and Palafox went to the house with it.
Amazing, amazing pump fake. I believe he did a 2 pump fake.
Was it 2 pump fakes?
I think it was 2
pump fakes. And I think they
fakes.
made up for the spot on that bad 4th down call, because I thought they brought him down at the 1, but they say he scored. That's what we're gonna roll with.
I think he bobbled it and finally got possession inside the end zone.
That possession that whole series was all Rodriguez. He wasn't gonna let them punt again. Did a great job of keeping the possession alive. And then he found Palafox over the middle, and he took it to the house.
Extra point is good. The Indians take the lead 7-3 on a fantastic pass by Joseph Rodriguez to Palafox. You're watching high school football presented by Martinez and Associates.
The On Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On Par Golf.
Back to Harlandale Memorial Stadium. It was a 53-yard touchdown play from Joseph Rodriguez to Palafox into the end zone.
And all less than about 1:30. They got the ball with about 1:56 left in the first quarter. We talked about they wanted to get some momentum before the second quarter, and that's exactly what they did. That 20-yard run on 3rd down by Joseph Rodriguez, that was amazing. And then on 4th down, he converts, and then boom, double pump fake. Goes over the middle. Game set.
Nicholas Rodriguez will kick it.
Short kick.
Returned to about almost the 30-yard line, but definitely you talked about that drive for the Indians. They just didn't give up. You know, they're getting outmanned on that front offensive line, so the adjustment for them was, well, we're not going to run the football. We're just going to have to get rid of the football.
No, that number 11 wasn't letting them punt that time. He made up his mind they were going to do something. They went, and he kind of, the 5 wide, it seemed to throw Antonian off a little bit, you know, because now there's more guys responsible, there are more guys to account for, and Joseph was able to get out of the pocket. Even on those corner blitz, he was able to get out of the pocket, make a couple plays. And they said, you know, they're scoring a touchdown, and now they're up 7-3.
With 25 seconds to go here in this first quarter, the Apaches, they go to the air, roll out, the pass is caught, and out of bounds across the 40. Pass was completed to number 7, Riley Strode.
Another flag on the play around the line of scrimmage. Somewhere around there may have been a hold on the defense on one of the wide receivers coming across the middle.
Well, let's take a look.
We'll wait for the call.
Personal foul.
Oh, that's gonna give the Apaches an extra 15 yards.
A personal foul hit to the face. I didn't see that. It must have been going on down there in the trenches, but I missed that one. But you could tell by Antonian's reaction that it was against Harlandale. I just didn't know it was a 15-yard penalty. Tough break.
You know, the Antonian Apaches, they don't need any help offensively.
No, absolutely not. Penalties will kill you. This is the second penalty, no, 3rd or 4th penalty now on Harlandale.
So now the Apaches are knocking. Oh, they're in Harlandale territory.
Following the penalty, the ball marked at the Harlandale 44.
And it's a tough penalty because you've really dominated on this side of the ball. You know, you make less mistakes, you know, we're not in this situation, because they really put a lot of pressure on the Apaches.
2 receivers split to each side now here. Some movement there on the line. So the Indians continue to shoot themselves in the feet here. Looks like
I thought I saw a flinch. I thought I saw a flinch on the left tackle at 65 at the end of the quarter, but it looked like he flinched. But these are always bang plays. We'll see what the refs decide. But
so what, is there is a flag? All right. Well, they're going to take it to the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back. It is 7-3 Harlandale on top of the Antonian Apaches. You're watching high school football presented by Martinez and Associates.
Life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I'm a trial attorney.
Welcome you back to Harlandale Memorial Stadium. They are assessing the
no, it was a false start.
So it's against the Antonian Apaches.
Yes, I thought I saw a flinch over there on the left side by Big Ty Short. The ref saw it the same.
So now it is the start of the second quarter. Apaches right at midfield, just inside the Harlandale 49-yard line. Low snap. Here comes the pressure. And quarterback is going down. Cooper Marshall goes down. Big-time sack there for the Harlandale Indians.
And then we go back to the 15-yard penalty. The Indians have dominated on defense. If you don't make the mistakes, who knows where in the field position is. So great job up front by the Indians for the entire first quarter. So was that the first quarter?
That's
now
the
it's
end,
at the end?
of
Okay.
the first quarter. So it
was a 0 on the clock type of play,
yeah.
right? Okay.
We'll keep it right here so that way we can all catch up. So 7-3 is our score. We are now completed the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, Juan Rojas has been causing havoc all game long. There again, breakdown in the middle of the offensive line for Antonian. Harlandale gets the sack. Great job all game long so far for the Indians. Defensively.
Yeah, defensively.
And I think they kind of got some energy seeing their offense go down the field and score that touchdown as well. They played well the entire game, but when you see that type of possession, when the offense has been struggling, then you go down and score, that gives you a little bit extra boost, and you saw that right there on that sack.
Yeah, that was a pretty inspiring play by Joseph Rodriguez, and you mentioned how he kind of took it upon himself to get that.
Sometimes that's what you have to do as a senior, as the best player on the team. You got to do what you got to do to make sure we get some energy. Second and a mile.
Wow.
Yeah.
They had their possession inside Harlandale territory. They are now at their own 40-yard line. Marshall on a screen. Pass is caught across the 50. Another flag. Here comes Gabriel Torres along the sideline, inside down to the 8-yard line.
I think that's coming back. It looked like it's coming back. It may be an illegal block.
Jace Toscano, I believe.
It's either a screen. To me, it seemed like it was a screen or an illegal block on Antonian.
Well, let's see what the official says.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I figured that's what it was because it was right at the catch.
And that's exactly where the flag is thrown, so they will take 15 from the spot of that foul.
Second and a mile and a half.
They're headed towards Stinson Airfield.
And if you're Antonian, you got to be upset about it. There was actually those are the kind of penalties that drive coaches crazy because there's really no need for it. And you turn a great game, they're down almost to the 5 and 10, and then next thing you know, you didn't even have to do that.
So now that
Tough
allows
break.
your defense to not have to be so aggressive.
Right.
But, I mean, you've got them on second down and 30.
Don't give them anything. No penalties here if you're the Indians. Play it smart.
Trips to the right side, one receiver left. Cooper Marshall trying to get his team out of into Harlandale territory. As Marshall has nowhere to run. He's just going to go down right past the 30 to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the Indians just keeping Cooper in front of him. Again, it's 2nd and 40, I want to say. There's no need to do anything crazy. Indians do a good job of just keeping Cooper in front of him. Pretty much no gain on that play.
Well, I know there's certain plays in your playbook for certain situations.
This is where you hand it off, take your medicine, and you live to see another day.
Yeah, you just try to make it manageable.
This is being in the woods and golf. You just take your medicine, take your drop. No need to try and get out the woods. I don't know about the play that's for 3rd and 40.
Let's take a look here. Marshall. Indians showing blitz. They come with it. And here comes Marshall. He goes down. Good defensive play there. Let's get that number.
There's Jaden Castaneda with the sack. Again, you got to be impressed with what these Indians have done up front. They have really caused havoc. It's really been nothing there for the Apaches offense. Absolutely nothing. If without for the fumble, I don't think they would have crossed. Without for the fumble and without the penalty, they haven't crossed into Indian territory.
No, it's been a really impressive outing for the defense. Coach Molina as on Dave Campbell's. Oh, whoa! What a punt! Unbelievable punt inside the 10. It's picked up and brought outside to the 13-yard line.
Garrett with about a 60-yard punt. You don't see that. You don't see that often. It's so bad. Hal had misjudged. It went about 10, 15 yards over Hal's head. Great punt by Garrett there.
So now the Indians have their work cut out for them. Now, if the Indians are going to be facing up this defense the way it's been,
right,
it's going to take another exhausting effort for the Indians offensively, because Joseph Rodriguez really worked his way that last time. So he's going to need to get a little bit more help from that offense.
I'd expect to see the 5 wide again because it allowed Joseph to use his athletic ability and get out wide and make some plays.
Well, it looks like that was another penalty during that, and it's going to go against the Indians. So it's half the distance to the goal line. So the Indians are going to back it up even more.
I know one thing that will be said during halftime by Harlandale's coach is our penalties, we're killing ourselves. Now they're starting within their own 10. And again, you see the 4 wide out this time.
With one back in the backfield, the handoff goes up the middle, and that is actually one of the first times that the Indians have got that much on a ground play.
And it's a great adjustment by the Indian coaches. They kind of spread them out to kind of open up some running lanes for their running back and for Joseph Rodriguez. Great in-game adjustment. Sometimes you don't see adjustments, so have to have great in-game adjustment by the Indians offensive coaches.
Out of the shotgun. Indians keep it on the ground again, but this time the left side does a good job of collapsing, and the Apaches come together and no gain on that play.
Yeah, you like to see him go back to Ibarra. I mean, I know he's the second string guy he's in because of injury, but the couple times they've gone to him, he's made plays, and one of them was a penalty, but he did his part. You like to see them try to get the ball back to him.
Brings up a 3rd down and 2 from the Harlandale 16-yard line. Rodriguez on the ground again, goes to Perez. Perez gets maybe a yard, so it's going to be a 4th and 1 situation here for the Indians. They're probably going to want to have to punt that. You don't want to give the Apaches any short field advantage, especially if you are not able to convert on a 4th down here. So the punting unit does come out on the field.
The punt by Garrett, which was amazing, and then the penalty. Now we've got a switch of field position. Antonian may be coming in the Indian territory for the 3rd time in this game. That's why the penalty, you got to clean up the penalties because they're putting you in bad positions. We'll see how Rodriguez, let's see if Rodriguez can have one of them 60, 70-yard punts that Garrett just had.
Rodriguez, high punt. Land and take an Apache bounce. So the Apaches will still have good field position at their at the Harlandale 44-yard line.
And I don't have a problem with that possession. I think what Harlandale decided to do is like, hey, we're backed up in our own territory. Let's not do anything crazy. Let's keep it on the ground. We don't want to turn the ball over in this area and give them red zone field position again. But the penalty on special teams pit them with inside the 10. Didn't get much yard on the series, and now the Apaches will be starting at the Indian 45, 44.
7-3 is our score. The Indians do have the lead right now. We're 8:05 in the second quarter. Out of the shotgun. Looking left. Marshall firing deep. Looks for his receiver. The pass is caught.
Ricky Gonzalez. Great throw by Cooper Rush. Excuse me. That's his name, Cooper Rush. That's the Cowboys back up. Hey, Cooper Rush, you know who I'm talking about.
But that was
that was a heck of a throw.
Cooper Marshall.
Cooper Marshall. I knew it was Cooper. Cooper Marshall. Hell of a throw, hell of a catch. Yeah, you know, that's what happens when you're doing double duty. Oh, wow. Great play again. That field position, though. Let's see if the Harlandale defense can hold them here to 3.
With that catch, 1st and 10.
Cooper Marshall.
At the 13.
Out of the
Rush.
shotgun.
Not Rush. Marshall.
So the Indians defensively backed up. Apaches keep it on the ground. Gets it on over to Eric Diaz.
Nicholas Rodriguez. In on the stop.
So brings up a second down now here. The Indians
Eric Diaz,
on defense trying to
the ball carrier.
continue to make the stop. We've only allowed 3 points this game.
Ball at the
Yeah, defense has done their part. Let's see if they can continue. Bend but don't break right here.
and around 7.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. Marshall looking to go into the end zone. The pass, was that batted away? I think that was maybe batted away.
It wasn't Cooper's best throw. 44 did a good job. He stuck with them. Jonathan Camacho stuck right with Ricky Gonzalez. They're going to throw a bunch of different guys at him. Wasn't Cooper's best throw, though. But he was looking at him the whole time. He stared him down.
And notice that the Indian defensive rush hasn't been as aggressive as it's been. So Marshall's had a little bit of time. So I don't know if it's maybe an offensive line adjustment that the Antonian Apaches have done. But Cooper Marshall is having a little bit more time getting with the football.
Great point.
So out of the shotgun again is Marshall. Fakes the handoff into the air. Pass is incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
A little bit more pressure right there. Cooper may have got rid of that one a little bit before he wanted to. Receiver hadn't quite come open. He was looking for Raleigh Strode down the middle, who's also another two-way player. But great job of coverage by the Indian defense, kind of clogging it up in the middle, not making a good throwing lane. Wasn't really a clear throwing lane for Cooper, and there was a little bit of pressure, a little bit more pressure than we've seen up front. And they make them settle here. They're going to go bring out the field goal unit.
Gabriel Torres will try for the field goal. Ball is spotted at the 10. The kick will be from the, well, it's up. And it is, was it good?
Yes.
Kick was good, so 7-6 our score.
You live with that. And, after that big play by Ricky Gonzalez, after the penalty, the field position, you'll live with that if you're Harlandale, because that could have ended up, in a touchdown, and then you're down 10-7. So another great job by the Indian defense.
7-6 our score. The field goal by the Apaches. You are watching high school football, presented by Martinez and Associates. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Harlandale Memorial Stadium. The Apaches just converted on a field goal here. 7-6 our score. We're in the second quarter with 6:56 to go in this first half.
Really made it hard on Cooper for the reads down there. You know, they kind of dropped the linebackers back in cover. Didn't really have any clear throwing lanes. You know, a couple of throws he was pressured. Not pressured, but probably had to get rid of it a little bit quicker than he wanted to. Good job by the Indian defense on holding them to 3.
There's a kick. It's a deep kick. Inside the 5, fielded at the 3. Here come the Indians.
Here comes Mr. Ibata. This kid came to play.
Uh-oh. That was a little extra.
A little extra. Maybe could have been 15. The refs are letting them play. Definitely borderline unnecessary roughness. He was already out of bounds.
Yeah. Seth Ibata
came to play.
You could see he's got a good little hop in his step there. But he gets a good
caught it at about the 2 or 3, brings it out to the
32.
Great return.
All right, let's see if the Indians can move the football here. They've struggled offensively. 2 receiver splits to each side for Rodriguez. Indians on the ground, plenty of room across the 35 to the 36. Andrew Bettis, the ball carrier.
Yeah, they really like running the ball on that right side as their strong side. That's pretty much where I would say at least 90% of their runs have gone tonight. It's like, yeah, you know what we're going to do, but we're going to continue to do it. Because it's not about what you do, it's about the execution. And Harlandale sticking to what they do best and running that ball to the right side out of the run-pass option.
Same formation for Rodriguez. This time it's that option. Rodriguez, he goes nowhere. He'll lose a couple of yards.
Yeah, they really like running the ball behind Rene Casillas over there on this right side. And big number 70 in Justin Menchaca. I don't blame him.
Some big boys down there.
Yeah, there's some big boys down there. I don't blame him for coming out that right side.
Indians were very successful on that touchdown drive when they were very aggressive offensively. Here they go in the air again. Rodriguez winds up, passes looking for his receiver down to Ryan Palafox, and then passes incomplete. It's one of those games, Rudy, where the Indians just, when they're pressured, they've made some plays. But right now, it doesn't seem like they're really catching on to any kind of rhythm right now.
Yeah, you can't, I kind of figured they would, capitalize on that momentum they got on the touchdown drive, but just haven't been able to get it back going. Really quick 3 and out, still about 5:40 left here in the half.
It's kind of like they're still filling each other out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
There's the punt. Nice high punt, good hang time. Ball will bounce, fielded. Gonzalez goes nowhere.
Great job, Aaron Fonseca. Ricky Gonzalez picked that ball up off the bounce, which is a little dangerous, but I guess the coaching staff, they got faith in his hands and what he does. But a great job by the Indians of smothering him as soon as he picked that up. Dangerous play. He got away with it, though.
Yeah, dangerous, because he could cough that up easily.
On those bang-bang plays, it's easy to turn those into fumbles, but they get away with one there.
5.5 minutes to go here before the half. The Apaches fresh off a field goal drive earlier. They've got 2 of those for the evening. Out of the shotgun. Cooper Marshall still in at quarterback. They keep it on the ground and pick up a couple yards.
Yeah, Eric Diaz, he's getting his workload in today. Really nothing there, though. Only 2-yard gain. Again, the Indians continue to dominate up front.
This kind of reminds me of kind of like one of those big heavyweight boxing fights where, they're just kind of checking each other. Maybe a couple good jabs will land.
Yeah, both defensive lines have done a great job so far.
Trips to the left side. Play action, rolling out left. Marshall pressured, gets rid of the football. Pass is caught at the 50. Down to the 30, knocked out of bounds. Zaya Smith, the receiver on that one there.
Yeah, he turned that into about a 20 to 30-yard run after the catch. You like to see kids, try and strip the ball, and that's what happened on that missed tackle. I don't think it was really a missed tackle as much as Harlandale tried to rip the ball out as soon as he caught it. Wasn't able to get the rip, and when you don't get that, it turns into big run after the catch for the Antonian Apaches.
That's a big play that the Apaches have been wanting. They've not had a big play like that.
Right.
So now they are lined up at the Harlandale 30. Defense approaches the line. Low snap. Ball on the ground. Nowhere. Stop made by Jonathan Ruiz.
Run game really hasn't been there for either team thus far. I mean, aside from the 2 scrambles from Joseph Rodriguez, they're back in the first quarter. But just as far as the running backs, really nothing there for either side of the ball.
So now that's going to bring up a 2nd and long situation here. 2nd and 12, we'll say. Ball spotted at the Harlandale 32-yard line. There's a 4 wide receiver set there for Cooper Marshall. Little movement from the defensive line. Nothing doing there, though. Pass is incomplete.
Wait. Oh, that was live.
He was bobbling it still, wasn't he?
Yeah, that ball was live. It could have been an interception for Harlandale, but barely missed it.
3rd and 12 for Antonian.
Long 3rd down play coming up for the Apaches. And it's been the same for both teams. You know, you have a big play, and then next thing you know, everything's kind of stalls. Antonian, you get a 30-yard reception, and now it's kind of stalled out. Now you find yourself at 3rd and 12. This is kind of how the first half has gone.
3:57 to go in the 2nd quarter. 2nd quarter moving pretty quickly here. Marshall, shotgun. He's looking left. Now he's looking middle. Firing down the middle. The pass is incomplete. That's good coverage there by the Indians. Thomas Howell.
And I think they're going to say Thomas kind of came through his back. He was on him. It looked like a good defensive play, but I'm thinking they're going to get him for a defensive pass interference. He may have gotten there a little bit early. We'll see what the stripes say.
Yeah, that flag is right
pass interference. Yeah.
Right at the play.
Looked like a great play from here, but it was bang bang. But I guess the ref saw a little bit different and said he got there early. Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh.
On the defense. Those penalties will offset. 3rd down.
So we had offsetting penalties. Bobby was holding on offense and defensive pass interference. So Harlandale, got away with one.
Yeah, that would have been.
But I thought that was a good defensive play. But those type of plays, I guess, is up to the discretion of the ref. But I thought that was great defense by Thomas Howell.
I agree. That was great defense. He was on him. But, again, we don't know if he had that arm wrapped around that.
Yeah, we don't have the luxury of knowing if he had his arm wrapped around his back or not.
2 receiver splits to each side now for Marshall. Marshall has pressure. He gets rid of the football. Is it intercepted? It is intercepted.
And
big-time defense for the Indians.
Yeah, now the DB will get credit for that, but that pressure that they got up front, he deserves the credit for that sack. Was that 34?
34 comes up with the interception.
34 got the interception. Great interception by Joshua Perez, but that was created by the pressure up front. Cooper got quick, got happy feet, and threw one right to the Indians.
Oh,
but
yeah, that pressure was coming.
That's definitely an interception to the defensive line. Great job up front again. I know we're saying it a lot, but that's really what's going on. They're really dominating the trenches on that side.
3:45 to go in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Indians can continue the momentum. The pass is caught at the 35-yard line. 88. That ball was caught by Tristan Pena. So another positive movement here for the Indians. After that defensive interception here for the Indians, and the Apaches were making a run. You know, they had one big play that got them deep into Harlandale territory. Here comes Joseph Rodriguez out of the shotgun. Drops back, looks, firing down the middle. The pass is caught. There was a collision right there.
To me, it looked exactly like the play they got Howell on the other side.
Right. You're absolutely right.
No flag on that play.
He was looking for number 81, Seth Ibada. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Bang, bang plays. Those are tough.
3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. 7-6 is our score. Harlandale has the football. They're at their own 34. Rodriguez out of the shotgun, play action, steps up into the pocket, looking downfield, fires, pass, incomplete.
And that's tough break because he had Pedro Valenzuela wide open, but it was batted down at the line of scrimmage. Tough break for the Indians because he was wide open.
These two teams look pretty equally matched.
And then you hate to get a turnover like that and go 3 and out, but still better than giving up points. But you like to get some momentum off a turnover like they just created on defense. Tough break there on that batted ball because, again, 85 was running wide open.
3 minutes to go here. Indians could use a really big punt here from Joseph Rodriguez. Back to receive is Ricky Gonzalez. Nice high punt. Fielded at the 34.
He fumbled it.
He did fumble. The Indians got it. The Indians will get the football with 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the second quarter and with some fantastic field position.
We talked about it, it's crazy how it happens. A routine punt, Gonzalez fumbles it. Punt before that, he picks one up off the run, holds on to it even though someone was right on him. So what looked routine wasn't routine. Their superstar, Ricky Gonzalez, tough turnover. He walked off slowly. He's kind of upset with himself. Let's see what Harlandale does with the field position.
What's kept the Indians in this game and has been their special teams and, of course, their defense.
There's 3 facets to the game, right? They're winning 2 out of 3.
And that's all you want if you're a coach.
I say both offenses, I call it a draw. It's both been rough.
Here comes Rodriguez, now in Apache territory at the Apache 34-yard line. A delay of game penalty is going to go against the Indians. Going to push them back 5 yards.
They will be talking about penalties at halftime. Penalties are killing them right now. It's tough to get a delayed game coming off of a dead ball like that. I don't understand how you get that. But things happen like that. Maybe they didn't understand the play. Maybe they didn't get the communication off right. But you hate to see a penalty like that after a turnover.
Now from the Apache 39-yard line, Rodriguez has time. Rodriguez gets rid of the football, finds a receiver wide open. Touchdown, Harlandale.
Pedro Valenzuela, the guy who's running wide open on the batted ball, guess what? He was running wide open again. The coaches saw something, and they found him, and you turn that turnover into points.
What a great throw by Joseph Rodriguez. Great catch. Big play for the Indians.
He was wide open on that batted ball on 3rd down just a while ago. And guess what? The coaches saw it. I saw it. You saw it. And they go right back to it. And they go for 2. Oh, no. Got a flag on the play.
So they might have been some movement.
They tried to sneak him.
So now let's take a look here. So that's going to go against the Indians.
Penalties again, man.
Yeah, penalties have been the story of the night.
Yeah, that's brutal. Now at this point, I think you got to go ahead and kick the extra point because they may be looking for. And they had them beat too. That was the 2-point conversion is going to be, converted. Now you got to kick the extra point.
Matthew Lopez, I believe, is trying for the extra point. Oh, wait a second here.
It looked like offside. It looked like Antonio jumped off. Really? False start. Wow.
Well, I think the kicker went through his motion.
Okay. I thought Antonio jumped. Another penalty. That's 3 penalties in the last 4 plays.
Giovanni Laredo's their normal kicker. He's out due to injury.
As we pose for the selfie.
So now it's going to be well, wait a second. So
see, I know I wasn't crazy. I was like, that kid jumped offside. I was like, yeah, he jumped offside. I think the refs got kind of confused. That was like clearly offsides on Antonian, and then they reversed it. But that's what you want. If you do get it wrong, huddle up and get it right.
So now the Indians are trying to get this extra point here after this spectacular touchdown by the Indians. The kick is up, right through the uprights. 14-6 is our score here at Harlandale Memorial Stadium. With 2:43 to go in this second quarter, you're watching high school football presented by Martinez & Associates.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start with your local independent mortgage broker. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's cheaper, faster, and easier is to talk to us first. Find your perfect mortgage match. Call us today.
Gotta be somewhere. Remotus Apirus.
Jake from State Farm, did that just happen?
Yeah, man. Wow. That plot twist was unexpected, but you can't expect State Farm to be there for life surprises. It's called service.
I mean, whoa. There's a button for apps. Do you think that's like appetizers?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Now we welcome you back after that 39-yard touchdown pass play led by quarterback Joseph Rodriguez. The Indians are on top 14-6 after that extra point. Apaches bring it up to the 35-yard line. Well, they will have roughly 2.5 minutes to get something going before the half.
If you're the Apaches right now, you got to look for a big play. The momentum's clearly on Harlandale's side, so if I'm the Apaches right now, I'm looking for a big play. I'm looking to go to my playmaker, especially because of what just happened. I'm trying to get his mind off of what just happened. Speaking of Ricky Gonzalez on the fumble, he fumbles. It turns into 7 points. If I'm the Apaches, I'm looking for a big play to end the half.
So you had an interception, then you had the fumble, and now the Indians scored. 2.5 minutes. Remember, the Apaches kicked off, so the Indians will get the ball back. So the defense needs to stop here. Marshall being pressured, and he goes down. It took a couple of chances by the Indians' defense, but they got him down.
They were looking for the big play, but the line just didn't hold up. Cooper was looking deep the entire time. Like we said, right when they came out on the field, they got to be looking for a big play. But, again, I'm sorry to those out there listening. I hate to keep saying it, but this is what's going on. The Indians are killing them up front. And they keep getting pressure, and Cooper just doesn't have any time to throw the ball. But he was looking deep the entire time.
Second down, we're approaching the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. Cooper Marshall has seemed to stayed in as quarterback out of the shotgun. Looking to pass, quick pass to the left side, looking for that quick screen pass. He was looking for Ricky Gonzalez. That play never developed.
Yeah, now at this point it seemed like maybe you're just trying to get the ball out of Cooper's hands a little bit quicker because he did the 5 to 7 step drops. Harlandale's all over him, so right there they go with the quick out, but didn't get it to him.
Well, the problem with that now, it's going to be third down. The Indians, if they're able to make a stop here, they might have one more possession before the half.
Yeah, and it looked like they may have found something in that 4 wide, so if you're Antonian, play it safe here, but if I'm the Indians, I'm looking forward to it. And I probably take a timeout should they don't convert and they land inside. I'd take a timeout if I'm Harlandale. Get the ball back and try to score some points.
Pockets collapsing. Marshall looking deep. Incomplete. So it's going to bring up a fourth down.
No way. Wow. It looks like they're going to call a defensive pass interference on De La Vega. He kind of, to me, it looked uncatchable.
It was not catchable.
To me, it looked uncatchable. But De La Vega did kind of grab him around the waist, but it didn't look like it was a ball that De La Vega could have, that Gonzalez could have caught anyways. And it was late. But it looks like they're going to, yeah.
That's an automatic first down right there for the Apaches.
And another penalty, whether it's right or wrong call, that's another penalty on the Indians. The penalties have been their biggest threat thus far as the defense goes. Tough call because that ball didn't look like it was catchable. But again, as you saw, Antonian looking for the big play before the half.
That clock down to 1:37. 14-6 is our score. Cooper Marshall out of shotgun. He's looking left. Here comes the pressure. The pass batted down and incomplete. Active hands there by the defense. Big 6-6 on that one.
56, Aiden Sosa. Great play by Aiden Sosa to get that ball batted down. They were trying to find Eric Diaz out in space. but Sosa closed in on him and was able to get a little bit of a touch on it just to throw him off a bit.
So now 2nd down and 10. That big pass interference there.
Yeah.
Made a big difference. Trips to the right side for Cooper Marshall. One receiver to our near side. That's Zaya Smith. Marshall looking in the middle of the field, and he's going to go down. He tried to step up into the pocket, right into the hands of the defensive left side.
Great job by Fernando Moreno coming off the block, keeping his eye on the quarterback, comes off the block when Cooper tries to step up, makes the play, another sack for that Harlandale defensive line. That was a great job by Fernando coming off that block. But again, that's technique and that's coaching. He had his eye on the QB the entire time.
His defense is very well coached for the Indians. 14-6 our score. 2 field goals for the Antonian Apaches in this ball game. The Indians have 2 scores, led by Joseph Rodriguez. Cooper Marshall dropping back, looking, firing the middle of the field. The pass is incomplete. He was looking for his main man. That's Ricky Gonzalez.
Overthrown just a bit, but there was maroon jerseys everywhere. That's what caused the overthrow, because he had to get a little bit up and over the linebackers, and number 46 was draped all over him.
And when Cooper Marshall's been at his best is when he's had time.
He's had time, but the clock is going off in his head. That's why it's like, oh, is the pocket breaking down? The thing is, when you keep getting to him, those ghosts start to haunt you, and he's still getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker than he wants to, even when the pressure's not there.
This time the Indians way back to receive the kick.
Almost blocked. The Indians may have gotten a hand on that.
That was a dangerous pickup there as well by the Indians.
Pickup. I like the confidence. You like the confidence, but I'm sure the coaches, when he comes to the sideline, they'll let him know, hey, let's let that one bounce. Let's let that one bounce. We're up 14-6. It's only 30 seconds left. No need to be a hero. But, again, you love to see the confidence from Thomas Howell. Let's see. What do you think they'll do here? You think they're going to kneel out, or you think they're going to try to go and get some points?
I think they're going to try to get 1 or 2 plays in.
Got 80 yards to go in 30 seconds.
And there's whistles. Well, we saw they kept it on the ground there.
Timeout by Antonian. I guess they didn't like what they saw. They probably were thinking, hey, they're going to run the clock out, and they didn't have the right unit out there, so they take a timeout because the Indians look like they're going to come out here and try to score in these 28 seconds, go to length, 78 yards. Or maybe even just get in field goal range. That's what it looked like. It looked like they're trying to step on their throats.
If you're Harlandale, you definitely want to make the most out of this because you're going to get the ball back to start the half. So if you can create that much more cushion whenever you're coming back, I think the Indians want to put some points on the board.
No penalties, no turnovers. I think that's the goal for these 28 seconds. No penalties, no turnovers.
Just take care of the football.
Absolutely.
14-6. I want to thank you for joining us. Rudy J. I'm Bobby Mendez. Cesar Mendez on the camera. Joey Mejia controlling the camera's shots.
And they come out in the 4 wide. One in the backfield.
They keep it on the ground. Is it Rodriguez? He gets up to the 30-yard line. That means the clock will continue to run. So.
Oh, they faked me out. Rodriguez had it on the keeper.
Yeah, yep.
They faked out some of the Antonian players, too.
So the clock will continue to run. I think the Indians are going to be happy with that. 10 seconds. And that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter. The Harlandale Indians 14, the Antonian Apaches 6. Keep it right here for halftime. We've got a couple great features on.
The life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I'm a trial attorney.
Gotta be somewhere.
Remotus Apirus. Jay from State Farm, did that just happen?
Yeah, man. Wow. That plot twist was unexpected, but you can't expect State Farm to be there for life surprises. It's called service.
I mean, whoa. There's a button for apps. Do you think that's like appetizers?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And it's Brennan, and it's our KCWX TV high school football game of the week. Saturday night, 7 o'clock. This week's game and instant replays brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. A look at what's ahead for the Harlandale varsity volleyball team. Tonight, they're at McCullum. That match started at 6:30. On Tuesday, the Indians welcome Eagle Pass Win. 6 o'clock start for that one. A week from tonight, Harlandale hosts Medina Valley. First serve at 6 that night. September 21st brings a Dayton Floresville. 6 o'clock start there. Back home on September 24th versus Southside. Now the 24th also marks the next Harlandale football game right here at Memorial Stadium. We shine our Harlandale ISD Student of the Week spotlight on Indian senior Sebastian Moreno. A varsity cross-country runner all 4 years, Sebastian ranks 7th in his class with his senior year underway.
My mom's just always told me that it's all about education, so that's what I've just been doing, education and then running second. Just staying committed to everything and take one thing at a time, and time management is what I learned.
Sebastian eventually hopes to become an educator outside of the classroom as well.
I want to become a teacher and then come back to the high school and coach too.
This high school specifically?
Yes, sir. This high
Really?
school. Yes, sir.
So we can expect that like in 2026?
Yes, sir.
We'll see Coach Sebastian out here somewhere?
Exactly, yes,
Coaching
sir.
cross country?
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to seeing Sebastian back on the Harlandale campus in several years as Mr. or Coach Moreno. For now, help us congratulate Sebastian Moreno, our Harlandale ISD Student of the Week. For most of us, there's not much that can compare with the adrenaline of a big moment in sports. That's not the case for Harlandale's Avery Green. What gets you more amped, like a kill or acing a test?
That's honestly a hard one, if I'm being honest. I take school like really seriously. I don't know, that's a hard question.
That's the kind of response you get from a student athlete who, as a junior, is already in her 3rd year of varsity competition and is ranked #1 in her class.
It's a lot of responsibility, time management with volleyball and school and everything, but you just have to make it work and put your priorities straight.
I know that's one of her goals, is to make sure that she's top 1 in her class, and actually this summer she was able to pass that student because she was #2. So she's really worked hard, and she does the same thing on the court. So she's one of those kids that's always going to give you their best.
That motivation is driven by a desire to attend medical school down the road, and initially by her family. Avery's mom is a teacher in the Harlandale Independent School District, but it's a sibling whose success caught her attention at a very young age.
My brother, we're like 12 years apart, so I remember being like in kinder and he would be graduating, and I knew like I wanted to be that person on the stage, like making the speech, being in front of all my classmates, and just like people knowing like, oh, she did that, and she's also in sports as well.
She's not only in sports, she does them well. A captain on the track team, she runs the 4x100 and 4x200 meter relays and competes in the long and triple jumps. On the volleyball court, she's coming off all-district honorable mention recognition as a sophomore.
She's utility. She can be a middle, she can be a C and outside. Sometimes I play her all around. She's just a tough girl, and she's very coachable. Wherever the team needs her, that's where she's going to play.
It's very serious because, I mean, everyone like looks up to you. You're the example, and you just want people to like follow your lead.
She's a hard worker. She went to an AAU tournament this summer, and they got second in their age division. So that's amazing.
Yep, amazing. That's also a good way to describe a young lady who's first in her class and at the same time is one of the best athletes in school. Encouraged by family and friends, the self-motivation grows as she does.
Whole family, like they always tell me like don't worry about it, push yourself. And honestly, like most of it is on me because if I don't do well, then it's like I feel bad or like I'm not, like I know what I need to do.
Avery Green, a very deserving subject of our Harlandale ISD feature presentation.
Martinez & Associates has over 50 years of experience representing the victims of tragic accidents. We fought some of the largest insurance companies in the nation and won. It matters who represents you. Call Martinez & Associates at 210-337-1111.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start with your local independent mortgage broker. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's cheaper, faster, and easier is to talk to us first. Find your perfect mortgage match. Call us today.
The On Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On Par Golf.
Live high school football every single Saturday on KCWX TV. Starting this Saturday, August 28th, you'll be able to catch two San Antonio area teams square off against each other live every Saturday, and the experience is going to be enhanced. One of the greatest quarterbacks in UTSA history, Dalton Sturm, will provide color commentary during the season, as will the legendary coach Jerry Comalander, who won a state title with Churchill during his nearly 3 decades with the Chargers, before another 27 years as the Northeast ISD's athletic director. Speaking of legends, Gary DeLon will handle play-by-play duties. Right before each game, you can catch the KCWX Countdown to Kickoff pregame show, in which you'll see teachers and students honored as the Teachers and Students of the Week. All that and more in the 30 minutes leading up to game time.
Gotta be somewhere. Remotus Apirus. Jake from State Farm, did that just happen?
Yeah, man. Wow. That plot twist was unexpected, but you can't expect State Farm to be there for life surprises. It's called service.
I mean, whoa. There's a button for apps. Do you think that's like appetizers?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello, football fans, and welcome to Harlandale Memorial Stadium. I'm Gerardo Soto, Superintendent of Schools. It feels so great to be back. There's nothing like hearing the roar of a crowd on a good play, the band playing your alma mater, and the cheers encouraging your team. One thing I love about the community is that our pride runs deep. Over the years, there have been many students, many traditions, many great memories, and many victories on this field. This is the Harlandale legacy. Please remember to follow all our guidelines and always be respectful of each other and our guests. Enjoy the game, and thank you for being part of what makes Harlandale ISD the best school district in the state of Texas.
We welcome you back to Harlandale Memorial Stadium. Rudy J, I'm Bobby Mendez. Join me here on the cameras. Cesar Mendez handling the cameras. We're at halftime. Our score is 14-6. The Harlandale Indians are on top. We're getting ready to watch the Harlandale Indian Marching Band, the $1 Million Band from Indian Land, if you will. They're getting ready to come out here, but we'll give them their due here in just a second. But let's catch up with you and give you kind of a breakdown of why we're here at 14-6. Rudy J, the Antonian Apaches came out pretty strong, pretty fast on their first play of the game.
Yeah.
But then it was just pretty much all defense.
All defense, all Harlandale. They, the pressure they applied on the two quarterbacks for Antonian was just suffocating really the entire time. And really, you got to give defense credit for keeping the whole team afloat while the offense figured it out. Offense really has come down to two huge plays. One from Palafox and the other from Valenzuela.
Yeah, you're right.
Valenzuela. So, of course, Rodriguez, on the first one to Palafox, Rodriguez makes two great scrambles. Then he finds Palafox running, wide open down the middle. And then after a turnover, a costly turnover by Antonian on a punt fumble, he finds Valenzuela down the middle for a 39-yard touchdown. So really, it's been all Harlandale defense in two big plays. But that's what it's about. The game, it comes down to who can make a play here or there when, both teams have kind of been, sputtering at times on offense. Been a lot of 3-and-outs, quite a few punts. So then it comes down, okay, who's not going to turn the ball over and who's going to make the big plays, and that's been Harlandale. But again, I would think they want to address the penalties. If not for the penalties, who knows what this score would be.
Oh, exactly. There have been some big plays that have been brought back. There have been some big plays that have resulted of the penalties. So you bring up an excellent point, Rudy, about penalties in this ball game. That's definitely an adjustment that both teams are going to be working on going into the second half.
Yeah, you have to. And if you're Antonian on the Antonian side, you got to find a way to get the ball into Ricky Gonzalez's hands quick. You can't keep looking for the big play for whatever not for whatever reason. With the way Harlandale is pressuring Cooper up the middle, he just hasn't had time to get him. So if I'm Antonian, I'm trying to get the ball into Eric Diaz's hands and into Ricky Gonzalez's hands quickly. Maybe it's like little 3-yard outs and let them make plays if you're Antonian, because really other than that, they've had nothing going in the running game. And here and there, and then they also had about a 30-yard catch to Zaya Smith. And that was a 30-yard catch because Harlandale went for the strip and he kind of broke away from the pack and made a 30-yard gain. But after that, it was 3-4 penalties, a couple sacks, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. So if you're Antonian, you got to find a way to get the ball into your playmakers' hands right away instead of looking for the huge, fly pattern type plays.
Yeah. Well, that's our score, 14-6. We're in halftime. We're going to keep it right here. We're going to get it down to the band so you can hear some of the sounds.
you glad you're an Indian? Don't you wish everyone was? Now here they are, from Fredericksburg to Gettysburg, Austin to Boston, Alice to Dallas, from over the Red River to the Rio Grande, and everywhere in between, we are proud to present to you the pride of the South Side, the $1 Million Band from Indian Land. Band member of the week is Kayla Hernandez. Section of the week are the percussion. Color guard member of the week, Serena Torres. Drum majors are Damian Maldonado and Andrea Riojas. Tonight, the $1 Million Band will perform a portion of their 2021 halftime show, A Wicked Night. First movement, Wild Night. Drum majors, the field is yours.
Look at that.
The band is under the direction of Russ Gongora.
And that was the Harlandale Marching Band. We are at half, 14-6 our score. When we come back, we're going to get back to action as the Harlandale Indians come out. We'll be back in just a moment.
Life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We're able, we have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I am a trial attorney.
And we welcome you back to Harlandale Memorial Stadium, where we have just completed halftime. And 14-6 is our score. Getting ready to go into the third quarter.
Harlandale gets the ball.
Yeah, they get the ball. Offense, they have the lead. They sputtered now and then.
If they cut out the penalties, they probably walk away with the win. But, and you have to watch out for Antonian again. Every game they played, there's only been 2. Only been decided by a total of 3 points. So they're not going to quit.
Yeah, the Antonian's first game, I believe, 42, 47,
42, 41.
And then 19-17.
Yeah,
the last
2 games
game.
decided by 3 points. So they're not going to go away quietly. So Harlandale's got to expect them to come out fighting, withstand that first punch.
How many teams do you know that can play both offense and defense and be as competitive as they are?
Great point. Great point.
As the kickoff goes into, did it go to the end zone? It sure did.
Sure did.
So the Indians will get the football.
Let's see if they come back out. You know, they started the game, you know, a little bit differently. Then as the game wore on and that wasn't working, they went to the spread offense on them. At the time, it was 5 wide out. Then they went to the 4 with the 1-back set. So let's see if they stick with that, because up to this point, you know, if not pressure, they've gotten some wide open looks.
You're absolutely right. They did when they did go in that 5 wide out set. They spread it up. They attacked in the air.
Yeah, they come back out in the 4.
Trips to the right side, 1 receiver left. Joseph Rodriguez out of the shotgun. They keep it on the ground. Move the down marker just a couple of yards.
Back up the right side. They do what they do. Not much. They're about 2 yards.
Hector calls Ty Short's name.
That kid is huge.
One of the ones that we talk about playing both sides of the ball. The quick pass to the outside, making something happen along the sideline, across the 40 to the 46-yard line.
Guess who? Seth Ibarra.
Seth Ibarra.
Making the most of your opportunities. When your number's called, we talked about it in the pregame, next man up.
Yep.
Every time he's touched the ball, he's made something happen. I'm sure they went into the halftime and said, hey, we got to get the ball back in this kid's hands, and they do it right away to start the third quarter.
The Indians on that option, they hand the ball off. Bettis gets across, escapes a defender, up to the 50. No, check that. That's the 46-yard line. And the Indians moving the football on the ground.
They go into the hurry up on them as well. Kind of speeding things up, getting some tempo going, getting into a rhythm. And again, they come around that right side.
And you know that's going to give this defense not enough time to rest. Most of them are going
Absolutely.
both ways. Trips to the left side this time, 1 receiver right. Indians on the pass play, complete across the middle. Nice little
Mama,
route.
there goes that man. Seth Ibarra again, wide open over the middle. Move the chains.
But that's good recognition by Joseph Rodriguez to get that ball over the middle. Guess who's there at 6'5" is Ty Short. So, you know, he's throwing right over that guy. Left side, Bettis stumbles, maybe gets, no, he'll lose a yard. He'll lose a yard.
Got a player down for Harlandale, Jose Hernandez in 61. He's going to have to come off. He can't even put any weight on that right ankle. Gonna be an injury timeout. He can't even get up. Let's hope he's all right.
And, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching High School Football, brought to you by Martinez and Associates.
Playing with rockets is great when you're a kid. But when it's time to get a mortgage, you quickly realize that a rocket is complicated and expensive. It's best to work with an independent mortgage broker instead. They're dedicated to getting you a home loan faster and more affordably. And they're more than just mortgage experts. They live right in your own neighborhood, so you don't have to go it alone. For mortgages that are faster, easier, and more affordable, find a local independent mortgage broker near you.
Welcome you back to action here. The Indians have the football. There's that option on the ground across the 40. So that's going to bring up a third down and about 9, maybe 2 yards on that pickup.
You like the fact that, they're sticking with the run. It hasn't really worked, but you do have to stick with it because it sets up the big play, which they've had 2 huge plays, which is the difference in this game.
They fake the handoff. Joseph Rodriguez gets brought down by guess who? Big number 65, Ty Short.
Yeah, he came through on a mission on that one. Really nothing much you could do about certain times when those guys his size make up their mind. There's really not much you can do. Guys that size, they're going to make plays. You just have to live with it, get back up, get amnesia, and go back to making the play. But
exactly.
Punt time for Harlandale. They had some momentum there going there, but after the injury, kind of sputtered out of there a little bit. But going to end up with some good field position defensively.
Ricky Gonzalez looking to change that. Wants to give his offense some good starting field position. There's the punt. It's a very high punt. That will land inside the 25-yard line. And it wasn't returnable, so that's a good punt for Joseph Rodriguez.
Yeah, about a 25-yard punt. They got some pressure on him, so he had to get rid of it a little bit earlier than he wanted to, but good job by Antonian getting pressure. They came after him on that one. They really haven't come after him the whole time. They came after him on that one. It looked like they're trying to get a block, maybe get a turnover that way because things haven't gone their way offensively, but we're going to see Antonian's offense for the first time in the third quarter. Let's see if they get the ball out quicker. If I'm Antonian, that's what I'm focused on doing because the big play really hasn't been there. Let's see what they do.
And I think that's Sam Garrett.
Oh, wow. You're forced to take a timeout on your first offensive possession.
Not good. So
that's
Cooper
brutal.
Marshall
is it Cooper?
It's Cooper
Okay.
Marshall. So they taking a timeout. We'll keep it right here. We flooded you with commercials earlier on the halftime, but we'll keep it right here. Harlandale.
Weird to take a timeout right there. You've come out of the third quarter. You haven't gotten on the field. You probably already know what play you're going to run. So to see them have to take a timeout right there has to have their coach upset. Had to be something they didn't like. So maybe somebody was on the field that wasn't supposed to be. But to have to burn a timeout right there,
and also
kind of weird.
This is a time where this is a non-district play. Non-district game. This is where you want to see all these things.
You kind of want to figure it out, right? Before you get
into that district play.
Great point.
So any of those kinks, You know, you want to
work them out before district. Great point.
So now the Antonian Apaches are set. They have the football inside at their own 25-yard line. They come out in a 3 wide receiver set. Fake the handoff. Rolling right. Pressure. Gets rid of the football. And
actually a great job of Cooper on that possession by not getting sacked. It looked like they wanted to move the pocket a bit for him instead of just have him sitting back there like a sitting duck. You know, he kind of sprinted right and nothing was there. And once again, Harlandale's defensive line got in there and made him do something he didn't want to do. He has to throw the ball away. I thought it was going to be a intentional grounding, but receiver popped into the play at the last second.
There was a receiver nearby.
Exactly. They go back to Garrett now.
So Garrett has a opportunity here to see if he can get some offensive rhythm for his team. They hand the ball off. Nice run play through the left side across the 25 to the 27. That was Eric Diaz running the football.
He gets up slow, but it looks like he's going to be okay. And back comes Cooper. You have to think, you know, this is a pass, right? You know, it seems like Garrett comes in the game, it's a handoff. Cooper comes in the game, they looking to throw.
And it looks like an Indian is down. It might be some cramps. Yeah.
That's Nicholas Rodriguez down, the sophomore.
Oh, yeah, they're stretching out that hammy. Yeah.
And those things are so brutal. When you get in the right time, man, those things hurt. You hear me? I know people like to make fun of the athletes. You know, when there's athlete they don't like.
Did you experience any cramping the other day when you were?
Oh, when I tried to kick that field goal? No, man. Thank goodness. It was only a 35-yarder.
Oh, only a 35-yarder?
It was only a 35-yarder.
How'd you make it look?
I made it look like it was 65. But, yeah, I found out that that's not the easiest job in the world.
Rudy, tell our viewers where they can catch you now.
Oh, yeah, ESPN San Antonio, 12:50 a.m. or 94.5 FM, R&R in the morning. New over there, just started over there July 19th. So, yeah, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., 12:50 a.m., ESPN San Antonio Sports Star.
You know that the Harlandale ISD is going to ask for some love.
Yeah, I got to give him some.
There's Gerard. No, that's Marshall. He
was in the vicinity there.
Yeah, could not have hung onto the snap, so that play went awry.
That's not an intentional grounding. I don't think that ball got back to the line of scrimmage.
There it is, an intentional grounding, so the penalty is called against the.
Yeah. Again, complete domination in the trenches. I mean, Cooper Marshall has to feel like he's just you got to throw your hands up in the air. He has no time to do anything, which is why I was like, hey, you know, they got to come out and get the ball out of his hands quicker. He's not even able to do anything.
He's been pressured all night long.
He's not able to do anything, and that's all on the Indians' defense. Great job again. And they're going to end up with some decent field position unless Garrett punts another 70-yard punt, as he did in the second quarter.
Oh, that was a heck of a punt.
Yeah, beautiful.
There's the punt. It's up. That's a low one.
Let's
That'll bounce.
Hal let that bounce. Yep. Wow. Another great punt because of the bounce.
So inside the 25, down to the 23.
Another great punt. Wow. Took a very friendly and patchy bounce there. And, you know, it's funny, in the first half, you say, hey, Hal, let that go.
Right.
And then on this one, he does the right thing, and it bounces to another 25 yards in the wrong direction. I still feel like he made the right play.
I
have
agree.
the lead. Your defense is playing well. No need to give up this type of field position on trying to be a hero. Great choice by Hal. Just an unlucky bounce.
Indians come out with a 4 wide receiver set with trips to Rodriguez's left side, 1 receiver to the right side, out of the shotgun. Rodriguez looks right, fires right, passes incomplete. He was looking for Ryan Palafox,
who had the 53-yard touchdown in the first half to kind of open this game up and got Harlandale going in the right direction.
So now there's 2 receivers left and 2 to the right side. After that, incomplete. Man goes in motion. That's Ibata. Indians on the ground. Bettis gets the call. He gets across the 25, up to the 27, where he runs into quite a bit of Apaches there.
Yeah, nice little wrinkle there by the offensive coordinator of the Indians, running the body in motion and kind of froze Antonian for a second. Kind of give him a little bit of room, but got to give Pettis a little bit of room to operate, which he hasn't had much of. So that was a nice little wrinkle, sending the body in motion, kind of making the defense pay attention to what was going on over there.
Rodriguez out of the shotgun, fakes it, loses it, jumps on it. Boy, he tried to pump fake, lost it on the pump fake.
Lost it on the pump fake, and it looks like he hurt himself. I think he's cramping up as well. Rodriguez down with the cramps as well.
Yeah, he's not doing.
Either a cramp or maybe a hamstring. I'm not sure either one, but you hope he's okay.
Yep. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get back to action here. 14-6 our score. You're watching Harlandale ISD High School football, presented by Martinez and Associates.
Martinez and Associates has over 50 years of experience representing the victims of tragic accidents. We fought some of the largest insurance companies in the nation and won. It matters who represents you. Call Martinez and Associates at 210-337-1111.
Playing with rockets is great when you're a kid. But when it's time to get a mortgage, you quickly realize that a rocket is complicated and expensive. It's best to work with an independent mortgage broker instead. They're dedicated to getting you a home loan faster and more affordably. And they're more than just mortgage experts. They live right in your own neighborhood, so you don't have to go it alone. For mortgages that are faster, easier, and more affordable, find a local independent mortgage broker near you.
High school football on KCWX TV. This week's game and the player of the game brought to you by Valero. Visit Valero.com.
The On Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On Par Golf.
Matthew Lopez to punt the ball away. They came after it. And that takes an Apache bounce.
Wow. They're going to end up with the ball on the 45-yard line of the Apaches. Unlucky bounce there for Harlandale. Excuse me, I ended up on the Harlandale 45. Unlucky bounce for Harlandale.
So now the defense being asked again for another big stop.
And this game is still in the balance. This is only an 8-point lead. As much as it seems like Harlandale is dominated,
that's one
it's
score.
A one-possession game.
Out of the shotgun, Garrett, pass completed. Good defense. Ricky Gonzalez make the catch.
He's their go-to. And again, that's what you're going to have to do if you're Antonian. You're not going to be able to try and go up over the top. That was a quick 3-step drop, and they got the ball out of Garrett's hands. And they moved the ball forward a little bit.
Oh, bad snap on the ground. Garrett has nowhere to go, and finally brought down. Is that number 40, Jonathan Ruiz? Boy, it looked like about 3 or 4 Indians got a piece of him. They over-pursued him.
1 step forward, 3 steps back all night long for both offenses, really. But especially considering they haven't been able to haven't been able to score a touchdown. It's been the same old story for Antonian all night. Rough breaks. They've had some problems with the snaps. They've had we haven't talked about it, but they've had a good 5-6 snaps really low. A couple of them have gone high.
Yeah.
Unlucky snaps all night long for Antonian.
3rd down and 12 here for the Apaches. Sam Garrett, senior for the Apaches, now in at quarterback. No, check that. That's Marshall. Pass is caught, brought down at the 30, we'll say the 42-yard line.
That'll bring up a 4th and 12.
Eric Diaz.
And then on this side of the field, you got to wonder, that'll be about 4th and 8. You got to wonder, Antonian, like, hey, do you take a shot or do you try to pin them back inside the 10?
Because the offense for the Indians really have, with the exception of a couple of possessions, they haven't really been that successful.
So where you wouldn't feel comfortable giving them the ball back right here. And it looks like Garrett's not in the game. I think they're going. They're going to go for it, 4th and 8 from the Indian 42. And at this point, you can't blame them.
There comes the pressure from the outside.
Wow.
Big sack.
What a call by the defensive coordinator for the Indians.
He just said,
the corner blitz, and he got home. That's Damian Delgado. I don't even know if he's been in the game at all, but he comes in and he makes a huge play for the Indians. That's a great call. Great call by the Indians defensive coordinator. They never saw it coming, and he got home in a hurry. Wow. Tough break again for that Antonian offense. They just can't get anything going. Again, that's just a great defensive call by the Indians defensive coordinator. 1st down, Harlandale from the 50.
Trip to the left side, one receiver left, or right,
double move, overthrow him. He was looking for Palafox again, and Palafox had him beat. Palafox had the two-way player, Zaya Smith, beat. He got him on the pump fake on the out, and he goes up. Palafox is wide open. Rodriguez overthrows him just a bit. Great play call.
So that brings up a 2nd down for the Indians just inside Antonian Apache territory. Rodriguez out of the shotgun. Trips to the left side. One receiver to the right side. Rolling, left side, on the ground. Bettis gets to the near 40.
Another good play call there by by Harlandale. They've been running to the right all night, and then they decide to go left that time, and he gets about 6 yards on the play. Nice play call, nice design. And the Indians are keeping this up-tempo going. They're not giving Antonian any time to get anybody in and off the field.
Indians keep it on the ground. This time it's the Apache defense coming together, making that stop.
Looking at 4th and 3. No, about 4th and 5, and I don't see special teams coming on. Well, down here they come. Here they come.
Oh boy!
But I think it's a great call because your defense is dominated. Why not pin them back? Antonian hasn't gotten anything going offensively. You're kind of looking 4th and 5. You're on their side of the field. Why not go for it? But my defense is dominated. Why would I let them up off the mat and get some momentum if they were able to luck up and get a stop on 4th and 5? I think it's a great call to go ahead and punt this ball away because the defense, they've done what they wanted to.
There's the punt. Nice high punt. Ball will bounce inside the 20.
I think it's the right call. Joseph Rodriguez wasn't too happy about it. He seemed like he wanted to go, but what quarterback doesn't want to go for it?
Yeah.
What quarterback doesn't want to go for it on 4th down? But I think it was the right decision. Your defense has been lights out all night long.
And it could just come down to maybe defense making the big play. Maybe either defense for either side is going to end up making this final outcome here, I believe.
Harlandale's made some plays here and there. Antonian, it's just been a rough night. Some unlucky bounces. You know, it's just been a rough night all night long, and Harlandale's done a good job of keeping Ricky Gonzalez contained.
Low snap.
Another bad snap.
And there comes the pressure. Right side, rolling out, sideline, incomplete.
No, he caught that. He caught that. Great catch. Great catch there.
Pass complete.
And it was a little bit of an and one. I thought, the Harlandale DB never turned around and made a play on the ball. Ricky Gonzalez, just great hand-eye coordination, saw that one all the way in with the defender draped all over him. I think if he doesn't catch that, I think they would have flagged Harlandale for defensive pass interference because, again, the DB never turned around and made a play. Great scramble by Cooper, and then not only that, an even better catch by Gonzalez.
Big play here for the Apaches. Another high snap, and this time Garrett running for his life, left side, and he gets brought down right at the 43. Those high snaps.
Yeah, as the center's having a rough go at it. This is a lot of best, and that throws everyone's timing off. You hope the kid can get it together, but this has been going on since the first quarter. Either low snaps or high snaps that you haven't gotten off, and the next thing you know, the whole route breaks down, and your QB's running for his life.
So now 2nd down and 10.
Cooper back in. Let's see what he does.
Man goes in motion. Marshall rolling right side, being chased out of the pocket.
Fernando Moreno again. Kid's having a heck of a game himself.
And this defense is having fun.
Yeah, this defense is having fun. They've got their ears pinned back at this point. They're putting their hand in the dirt and they're coming after him every time. And Cooper's just been on the run all night. That was a heck of a play by Moreno. You like to see Cooper get rid of that ball, but then again, you don't want him to take a intentional grounding as he just got a couple plays ago. So great job by Moreno.
So now brings up 2nd down and 20. Back at their own 32, the Apache 32. Marshall, no Garrett. Looking left, passing, incomplete.
Yeah, that'll bring up a 4th and 20. They're going to have to punt again. And again, this is what we talked about. When it was 4th and 5 and you're in their territory and, Jose Rodriguez wanted to go for it, there's really no reason to. And we see now why. Now you get to change the field position. Well, I don't know because Garrett's it hasn't been that great of a day at QB, but he's had a heck of a day as the punter. So, I say they could change the field position, but this kid had his leg and his leg has been a great job. He's done a great job with his leg all night long. Excuse me.
There's a drop. And again, another spectacular kick.
This is crazy.
Punt.
This is crazy. I want to say he's got to be averaging he's got to be averaging 50 yards a punt. That's crazy, and every bounce has gone his way. Again, not so great day at QB, but he's had a heck of a night as a punter.
14-6 is still our score. No score here in this 3rd quarter. 15 seconds remain in this 3rd quarter.
And if you're Harlandale defense, you're just hoping, hey guys, give us a breather. We got him. We're having our way with him. Just give us enough time to get our breath. You know what I mean? So we can maintain that intensity. That's what you want to do. So I know they want to go up tempo, but at the same time, you got to lead, and you want to give that defense a little bit of a breather right now.
And here comes the run over to the right side.
Unlucky there. He kind of tripped over the body of an Antonian player that was laying on the ground. Unlucky, but nonetheless, it's a loss of yards for the Indians.
And that's going to do it for the end of the 3rd
quarter. That was a fast 3rd
quarter.
quarter, Bobby.
Definitely, as the Harlandale defense right there takes a much-needed rest. Keep it right here. We'll be right back. You are watching high school football presented by Martinez and Associates.
Martinez and Associates has over 50 years of experience representing the victims of tragic accidents. We fought some of the largest insurance companies in the nation and won. It matters who represents you. Call Martinez and Associates at 210-337-1111.
And we welcome back. We welcome you back.
Cousins in the booth. You got to love it.
So we welcome you back here at the start of the 4th quarter. The Indians offensively, trying to make something happen. Defense has been the star of the show for the Indians.
Absolutely. They've had an excellent game. When they go back and look at this film, whether that's Monday, whether that's later tonight, tomorrow, I'm not sure when they do their film watching. When they go back and look at this, there's going to be a lot of great things they can take away from it. But there's also going to be some things that they feel like they can work on and work out on the offensive side.
Well, it's definitely a pass completed at the 20, along the sideline, cuts it up across the 40.
Pedro Valenzuela making some plays after catching the ball. And that's what we've seen in this game. Both teams have had success when they just get the ball into the playmakers' hands quickly instead of trying to run the crossing routes or the deep routes. When they've gotten both sides, when they've gotten the ball in their playmakers' hands quickly, these guys have made plays. Valenzuela's made plays. Ibada's made plays. Palafox has made plays. On the other side, Garcia's made plays, so on and so forth. So you would like to see more of that.
There's a little misdirection, and Rodriguez keeps it himself across the 45. And now about a good chunk of yards there, maybe 4.
That's twice now we've seen Ibada come in motion, and it kind of is throwing Antonian off a bit because both times that they've done that, the Indians have gotten 4 or 5 yards out of it. The first time was with Andrew Pettis, but this time that was with Joseph Rodriguez with the keep up the middle.
Trips to the right side. They go to the right side. Passes caught. Nice moves.
Again, another quick out. Get the ball in the playmaker's hands. Palafox, I want to say he moved the chains. Are they going to give him the spot?
It's going to be close.
They're going to give him the spot?
Oh, it's a little close.
Okay. But again, they moved the chains. Getting rid of the ball quick. I love the way the Indians have come out in this second half. And guess what? I don't think they've had any penalties. In the second half. It was clearly addressed at halftime.
Adjustments were made.
Absolutely.
Man in motion. Handoff to that man in motion. That's Tristan Pena.
They're getting his first touch of the game. He was shot out of a cannon. So Harlandale having some success on this drive. 2 quick outs. They're moving the ball. A little one up the middle with Rodriguez, and then Pena right there. He looked like he was shot out of a canyon. Did I jinx him?
I think you did.
Did I jinx him?
I think you did.
Is there a penalty? I think I just jinxed him.
It's going against the Indians.
My bad. That's on me. Antonian, y'all can thank me. Indians, I apologize.
So now it's going to set that up for a first down and I'm about to say 20.
Yeah, it should be first and 20. I think it was a hold. So it should be first and 20.
Well, at least it was 1 full quarter penalty free for both teams.
Yeah.
1 receiver right, 3 to the left. Out of the shotgun. Left side. Rodriguez keeps it himself, and he gets across the 50 back into Apache territory.
He got all of that holding penalty back right there, so it puts him in good shape on second down, about 2nd and 9. I want to say, but it's going to look like it's about 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10, somewhere around there. So he got all of that penalty back, and that was a straight QB keep from the gate. That was designed QB run, and Joseph did a good job of getting some of that yardage back.
So the Indians back at the line of scrimmage. Quick pass, left side, across the 40. Pedro Valenzuela with the catch, and the Indians getting a little bit of rhythm right here, Rudy.
Yeah, because it's there's not a whole bunch of plays where you're trying to wait for things to develop. Just get rid of the ball, and the tempo it seems like it's wearing on Antonian a bit. 3rd and short here for the Indians. I wouldn't be surprised they go right back to it, but to the other side with Palafox.
And here they go. Rodriguez making something happen, went one way, made a correction, came back the other way, moved the chains once again, and the Rodriguez show continues.
Marcus Allen, run one way, run all the way back to the other side. That's just Rodriguez making a play. That's just doing what he did. He did the same thing in the first quarter. When it was time to make a play, he wants the ball in his hands.
Here we go, on the ground. Bettis gets across the 25. The Indians.
I don't know if he was down. I thought that was a quick whistle.
Oh, he's still.
I thought it seemed like Pettis went down, but it looked like his knee was on top of the Antonian defender. He spins out of it, stays up, but the refs blow the play dead. And, this is high school. There's no replay, but I don't think that knee ever touched. I don't think it touched, man. So, tough break, but Antonian, everybody got their hands on their hips. I think this tempo is starting to get to them a little bit because everything is starting to open up for the Indians. This quick tempo that they've come out to in the third quarter has been an adjustment for Antonio that they haven't made it yet.
Rodriguez, they keep the ball on the ground, and they go to Perez once again.
Tough kid at Perez been running through. He ain't running to the outside. He's running through the tackles, and he's taking a beating, but he keeps on ticking. And looks like we're gonna have an injury timeout. There's an Antonian player down. I can't see quite who it is.
We'll get that number for you. You're watching high school football presented by Martinez and Associates. We'll be back in just a moment.
Life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I am a trial attorney.
We shine our Harlandale ISD Student of the Week spotlight on Indian senior Sebastian Moreno. For most of us, there's not much that can compare with the adrenaline of a big moment in sports. That's not the case for Harlandale's Avery Green. What gets you more?
Martinez and Associates has over 50 years of experience representing the victims of tragic accidents. We fought some of the largest insurance companies in the nation and won. It matters who represents you. Call Martinez and Associates at 210-337-1111.
Touchdown Harlandale as the Indians get into the end zone.
And guess who?
Number 85.
Number 81. Ibarra again.
Oh, Ibarra.
Hey, man. You got to love these stories. You never know. You never know what you have. You never know what's going to happen. And he broke about 3 tackles on his way to a touchdown, trying to give the Indians a 21-6 lead. Or are they going for 2? No, they're going to kick the extra point. They're going to kick the extra point.
Matthew
Great.
Lopez.
Oh, was that Matthew Lopez?
No,
that
Matthew
scored?
Lopez,
okay.
he's set to try the extra point. It's Joseph Rodriguez on the hold. The kick is up. No.
It's good.
It is.
Heck of a run after the catch. Indians have come out and they said, look, what we're going to do, we're going to do what we do. We're still going to run the ball, but we're going to put the ball in our receivers' hands. They've pretty much been throwing, they're throwing like right at the line of scrimmage. Quick outs. Everybody get upfield and block. Did a great job of it the entire second half, and it resulted in 7 points. Heck of a game by 81, Seth Ibarra, making the most of his opportunity when injuries. We talked about it before the game, next man up. And if next man up was a person, tonight it's been Seth Ibarra. Great job by the Indians on play calling on both sides of the ball. Because, again, you go back to that 4th down on the corner blitz. Number 10 ain't been in the game. Offensively, they're bringing the guys in motion. They really kept Antonian off balance, and then you couple that with the up-tempo. It's been a great second half for the Indians.
And I think you mentioned it earlier, Rudy, as you looked at the hands on the hips on the defense.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a long fight, you know, and we're late in the
They've been on the
fourth.
field a lot.
Yeah, and you know they're taking the pounding, and Harlandale's got fresh legs in there, right?
Yeah.
The defense has done a good job of getting the offense some rest and vice versa.
Antonian 41 points in week 1, 19 points in week 2, only 6 here. So this is not a team that this is not a team that's accustomed to not scoring.
Right.
And I think it's gotten the best of them, the frustration.
And we keep it right here as the kickoff fielded inside the 20, up to the 25. I believe that was Eric Diaz. But here in the fourth quarter, 7:14 to go, 21-6 is our score.
Harlandale in full control right now. It's just at this point, Antonian, 7 minutes, the clock is against you. What are they going to do? What is the plan? Are you going to continue to rotate quarterbacks in and out? Are you going to start taking shots downfield? how are you going to get some extra protection for Cooper? Like, there's a lot of questions to answer with those just a little amount of time. And right now, Harlandale on defense, they're just having fun. They got their ears pinned back, and they're coming after him.
Out of the shotgun. Looking right. Pass is caught. Catch was Zaya Smith.
And if you're Harlandale, you're up 15 points, only 7 minutes left. You're just keeping everything in front of you and making sound decisions with tackling, no penalties.
So now,
I don't want to jinx it again, but we'll see.
The ball spotted right at the Antonian 34-yard line. Yeah, and if you're the Apaches, if you're going to do something, now's the time.
Absolutely, Bobby.
Out of the shotgun. Sitting up in the pocket.
Fumble.
Going down. Ball
Ball's
goes loose.
I want to say QB got it back. Great strip sack by the Indians, but Antonian did fall back on the ball. And here to leave the game, and back comes Cooper Marshall. And that's got to be tough on those two, and as the coach, I'm not going to question Antonian's coach. He has a system and what he wants to do. But as far as their jobs, as far as Garrett's job, as far as Cooper's job, that's got to be tough, man.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be tough, especially, competing for that position.
And you really get no rhythm that way, so tough for those two kids.
Marshall drops back, pocket's collapsing, up in the pocket, Marshall goes down. And it's just textbook style defense, that bull rush from the outside, forcing your quarterback up, and then right into the hands of the defense.
Yeah, but it's also you're also maintaining where you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Because you can just blitz, but at the same time, you maintain where you're supposed to be. So when he does step up in the pocket, you come off your block and you get to the sack, and they've done that all night long.
Great defense. Great
Another
defense.
Punt. 4th and 26. 4th and 14. Only 5 minutes left. You still need to score twice. But you're still forced to punt in this situation. Flag on the play.
Howell catches it, gets up to the 45-yard line.
That's not a horse collar. That's not a face mask. That's not something.
No call?
Oh, wow. That was right after the snap. There's a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be on Antonian. Maybe illegal maybe illegal formation. And if it's illegal formation, I want to believe the penalty be assessed at the spot of the ball. But that tackle on the play on Howe, it was up around the neck. That's dangerous. And the coaches in the office next to us agree that was false start.
We told you earlier that the Harlandale and
So at this point, Bob, I guess, are you just running the ball?
Oh, definitely.
You just running the ball, or you continue to apply pressure and continue to go with the quick outs and let Valenzuela and Palafox and Ibarra make plays?
I say you still keep on going, at least for this possession, to take as much time off the clock as you possibly can.
Okay. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
Joseph Rodriguez.
Pulling on that calf, he's still cramping up a little bit.
Pettis, Andrew has the ball, takes a nice little ride up to the 30-yard line, enough to move the chains. Clock will stop temporarily for the chains to set, but it'll start right up once again once those chains are set. So.
And at this point, Antonian looks a little deflated. Those runs weren't happening in the first half. Everything there was, I don't think that I saw a run over 3 yards by Harlandale in the first half. But now, down 15, your offense can't get going, and it's starting to take its toll on the defense. And you see this in football all the time. A defense that's solid, but then you're playing for an offense that just can't get going. Eventually, you just kind of not wave the white flag, but you just get deflated. It gets frustrating. Another big run.
Just does a great job of keeping his feet moving. And you're right. You can see it right here. Just the body language of the Apaches right now is.
The Harlandale Indians have imposed their will, and it started on defense. I mean, the offense looks great in the second half, but the defense really took the wind out of the sail of the Apaches. And like I said, over time, I don't care what football team it is, high school, college, pro. When you're playing defense, you're getting stops, you're getting the ball back to the offense, and the offense keeps giving 3 and outs, keeps turning the ball over. Eventually, just
I wonder if
take
that's
that deep breath, and it's tough, man. You can see it. You can see it in the body language after every play.
Indians keep it on the ground, but there's a flag. But you keep talking about that, Rudy. But obviously, the term "defense wins championships" had to come from somewhere.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
So defense is definitely a big part of the game, and
false start by the Indians.
I need to double check what last week's Edison score was, but the Indians did pitch a shutout the first game. So, this is a very stingy
hanging
defense.
Their hat this year, huh?
Yeah. So the clock will continue to run. 3:10 to go in this ball game. The Indians on top, 21-6. Andrew Perez gets the carry. No, it is Rodriguez. He does a good job.
They faked you out, Bobby.
Faked me out.
It happens. It happens to the best. It happens to the best cameraman. It happens to the best play-by-play. That's just a great job of disguising the ball by Rodriguez.
Oh, wait. 31-0 last week for the for the Indians. So these are the first 6 points they give up all year.
Oh, so there's 2 shutouts.
Yeah.
Huh?
No touchdown still.
Wow. Haven't given up a touchdown all year. That's great. 12 quarters, no touchdowns. You got to love that.
Twins to the right side, 1 receiver left, 2:20 to go in the ball game. Was that a direct snap?
No.
Missed that one.
Yeah. No direct snap. He handed it off to Bettis, but Bettis, you got to look. He's looking over there at the sideline like, yo, keep feeding me. Keep feeding me. Let me get one. I took a beating today in that first half, and I kept on going. Wouldn't mind seeing him get one in the end zone here. Or maybe, only 1:56 left. Maybe they end up running the clock out.
Under 2 minutes to go in the ball game.
So now we're under 2 minutes here from Memorial Stadium. The Indians looking to go 3-0. And right now we have a fourth quarter score over in Somerset. The Cowboys 17, the Bulldogs 28. Perez gets the call. Perez does some fine running and gets down to the 15-yard line.
He fumbled, but I think they're going to call him down by contact. I'm thinking you may see the field goal unit here.
Well, we have a moment I do want to mention. The Frontier Bowl this year has been moved to a Saturday. So that game will be televised on KCWX TV.
Nice. It's only right. That's one of the historical rivalries here in San Antonio. It's only right. Ain't nothing wrong with that game. Nothing wrong with getting that game some TV time. Nothing at all.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And we'll be on a Saturday night here at Harlandale Memorial Stadium. It's the 58th Annual Frontier Bowl. And we get the entire city to see on their TV this.
When y'all doing the alumni game this year? Y'all hooping this year?
We already did.
Y'all already did it this year? What class won this year? The young kids got it this year? Wow. The youngsters. I love that. It's kind of rough being the oldest team in the open bracket. So I know, right? I would think y'all would like.
Well, there are 4 different brackets.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, you can choose to play in whichever bracket you want, but us old guys still think we got a little left in the tank.
And them youngsters put it on y'all. They got to running up and down on you.
We had them nervous for a little bit.
Yeah, that, again, I brought it up before the game. Yeah, it is. I brought it up in the beginning of the game that Harlandale family is real out here.
Rodriguez looking to wrap this up. It's a low snap. He's going to try to pick it up, but he doesn't. He falls on top of it. Yeah, he tried to do whatever he could to continue to get it.
Yeah. interesting play call.
On 4th down. So
Interesting play call, up 15, but only 40 seconds left. I'm guessing you're probably just trying to run as much time off the clock as possible. But the repercussion of that is Joseph is limping off. He's ginger, but he's taking a lot of hits tonight too. So I think it's more of an accumulation of everything than it is that particular play.
Well, we're going to have to, at some point, pick a player of the game. I know, 21-6 is our score. I know
Can
defense.
I just pick the defensive line? Is that no? We can't do that.
We got to pick one.
You got to pick one.
But man, I know it would be great to pick that defense. But we'll pick some candidates here in just a little bit.
Okay.
We got some time, and then when we go into the post-game report, we'll be able to pick.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I think I know who I'm going with. I got to go with somebody on defense. Don't get me wrong. I love what Seti Bada did, but the defense got them the ball plenty of times. So got to go with somebody on the defense side of the ball.
And it is about a 10-yard gain there, almost about 9 yards for that play. The Indians defense still out on the field here with just under 20 seconds to go. Indians got to look at the books, see how long it's been since the Indians have started off 3-0. Indians looking good.
Question.
Defense
hasn't given up a touchdown this season. That is impressive. 3 games in, I don't care who you are. That's impressive.
Well, along the sideline, knocked out of bounds.
Mr. Gonzalez maybe should have been what they've trying to do the entire game. Little quick outs, but 1 second left.
That's going to do it. Well, 1 second. They're going to run another play. So one more play here. After this, we'll take a break after this play. When we come back, we'll pick our player of the game. Indians defense happy here. Last play of the game. There goes the horn. And how fitting that the Indians finish off with a quarterback sack.
Wow. Heck of a performance by the Indians on defense. They were great all day long. From start to finish, the defense was great. If not for a couple of bang-bang plays on penalties that you might possibly say weren't even penalties. Great job, great dominating performance by the Indians defense, and a good job on the offensive part of making timely touchdowns. And a great job by the Indians offense coming out in the second half. In the second half, that was a different Indians offense.
It certainly was. 21-6 is our final score. The Indians will go to 3-0, 2-1 or 1-2. The Antonian Apaches will go. We're going to take one break. When we come back, we're going to have that small discussion of this player of the game.
Life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I am a trial attorney.
Live high school football every single Saturday on KCWX TV. Starting this Saturday, August 28th, you'll be able to catch 2 San Antonio area teams square off against each other live every Saturday, and the experience is going to be enhanced. One of the greatest quarterbacks in UTSA history, Dalton Sturm, will provide color commentary during the season, as will the legendary Coach Jerry Comalander, who won a state title with Churchill during his nearly 3 decades with the Chargers, before another 27 years as the Northeast ISD's athletic director. Speaking of legends, Gary DeLon will handle play-by-play duties. Right before each game, you can catch the KCWX Countdown to Kickoff pregame show, in which you'll see teachers and students honored as the Teachers and Students of the Week. All that and more in the 30 minutes leading up to game time. Live high school football every single Saturday on KCWX.
By beating the Antonian Apaches. We're now at the point where we want to pick our Martinez and Associates player of the game. We know that it's going to be heavily
Got to be
defense.
somebody on the defense. It should go to the entire line, but we got to be what's the word? I don't know, but we have to pick. We can't be on the fence. We got to pick somebody.
That's right. We got to go out there.
Can't be soft. We got to pick somebody. It's tough.
Yeah.
Because they all played so well, but we got to pick somebody.
You know, I want to bring out the candidates on defense. Damian Delgado, number 10.
And that was because of the timely corner blitz, which was a great call by the defense coordinator of the Indians.
And also you got number 53, Fernando Moreno.
That's who I would go with, but there was also big number 66. Oh my gosh.
Jason Castaneda.
He was a monster up front, but
Man,
if you ask me, I'm going with Moreno. He was a bully on the block.
I agree with you on that one, and also just on the other side of the ball as well, Seth Ibarra had a fantastic game. The receivers did a great job, but it's sometimes it just comes to the point where the defense needs to get some attention.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And going 3 games without giving up a touchdown.
But while the offense, got the wheels churning,
right,
the defense kept getting stops. That's why I'm going with the defense, because it took. Let's be honest. It took the Indians' offense till about the third quarter to really get moving and cause some havoc. They started bringing guys in motion. They went to the 4-out. They got the ball out quick. But while they were doing that, the defense was holding Antonio to pretty much nothing at all. So I got to go with defense. And if you leave it up to me, I'm going for Fernando Moreno for the play of the game, big number 53. He had a great
We agree
game.
up here in the booth. And we want to congratulate number 53, Fernando Moreno, for being this week's player of the game. I want to thank you, Rudy J, for filling in.
Thanks for having me. Anytime, let me know.
Appreciate you.
Let me know anytime.
Most certainly, we'll definitely keep in contact with you. Thank you for coming in. Our camera people, Cesar Mendez, Joey Mejia.
What up, Joey?
Getting us in and out of breaks. I'm Bobby Mendez. Good night. Again, final score 21-6. Here from Harlandale Memorial Stadium, the Indians win.